I don't think it would be one of our streams unless it had some level of, you know, technical issue, right?
Never.
It wouldn't feel right, I don't think, if it didn't have some level of technical issue.
Oh no, 100%. Like it's not a Grant and Jacob stream if we aren't accidentally ruining the YouTuber premium setup with random ass jank.
Yeah. Jacob has a mustache now.
I do. I grew a mustache out, and it's really nice. I've been growing my beard out. Look at that. Oh.
Look at it. You gained like 8 years of physical maturity.
I'm not too sure about the mustache yet because I've got a little bald patch here that I'm still growing in, and I don't have the nose like joining part.
And I do.
I mean, like,
And see
there I do
the
this.
yes, see yeah, Jacob's on his Lumix today, so he's on like a really nice camera, and he also doesn't know how to be just a little bit more to his left, but that's okay. Too far, go back a little bit. Nope, too far the other way. Just meet me in the middle.
There we go.
So the trick, gentlemen, or ladies, somewhere between, you know, if you're looking to grow a mustache, whatever.
Yep, all 3 of you that are watching.
If you don't have the connection, which I don't, okay, right? Let the end grow out just a little bit, and it connects.
Ooh, I never knew. I literally never knew.
Yep, just let it grow out a little bit, and just make sure that you're trimming it appropriately so it looks like it connects, and then it connects, right? Remember, kids, it's about what's on the outside that counts, not what's on the inside.
Oh, shut up.
Jonathan says you need to join the fire services with that mustache. We did already have a donation, so thank you very much to Randy Parker for the $10 toward the ad-free streams. This is episode 250. It's our first episode of the new year. We've got an interesting discussion today, but yeah, we're gonna have some things to discuss, including.
Yeah, I've got some controversial takes.
Yeah, OCL, something that I've remained quiet about because I want to really dig into it, but I'm like, I know if I'm going to dig into it from my perspective as a user, but I need Jacob to be here to dig into it from the perspective of a manufacturer and how you feel from a manufacturer's perspective. I guess Tom Sonladerer did a video on it as usual. I have not watched it. I will watch it once we are done with this show today. Because again, I don't want Tom's opinion or anybody's opinion, for that matter, to sway my opinion. And it's just life the way that it goes. But we do want to, you know, give a shout out to the stream sponsors, both Printed Solid, Construct 3D, and 3D Musketeers. So if you do want to win some awesome Printed Solid filament, you can do so by clicking that link in the pinned chat message, entering to win. Made in America, Newark, Delaware. And now that most recent tour is public. That video is public, where it was editor Adam's first main channel public video. Adam was brought in to be the editor of these shows, the podcast shows. And Adam got an opportunity to edit a main channel video, and I think he killed it. I think he did such a good job.
Honestly, Adam has been doing such a phenomenal job. He is going to probably be editing this video and just be like, here, they said the thing. They said I'm good, because he is good. He is damn good at what he does.
And John Olson says that your sweater perfectly matches the couch.
Oh, my thank you. This is my premium sweater on my non-premium couch.
It is very similar. That's going to bother me now.
Oh, do I need to change my sweater now just to make it happen?
No. I'm waiting for Rob Lutter to tag me in our Discord about how you look today and what you look like today. He always does. I don't think you're going to rock-esque today, but we shall see.
I mean, it's not a Grant Jacob stream without either clothing, memes, or random ass like computer junk. Like, for everyone watching, to get this setup looking the way it does, I've got my Lumix camera, USB-C'd into my laptop plugged into a GAN charger. The GAN charger is powering 3 side lights, and then the laptop is also, for reference, casting to an Xbox. So I have the TV behind the camera as Grant's massive face in 72 inches, so I can actually see what he's saying. Jank. And you know what? Because obviously behind the scenes, $10 tier or higher on the Patreon, you're gonna see what the setup looks like.
Oh,
So
you're gonna take a photo and put it into the Discord. Yes, $10 tier. How you guys can come hang out with us after the show. We always do an after the show hangout stream as well. That'll be in the Discord only. Jacob's using his fancy Lumix S5 Mark II, and that means it's got a very short focal distance. So as he moves, he goes in and out of focus. It is
oh wait. I know how to
hilarious.
fix that. I know how to fix that.
Jacob, it's
It's
totally
just
fine.
the area focus
Oh,
is
great.
set
Now we
too
just get
high.
your crotch. Wonderful.
Camera.
Well, all right. So, since you weren't actually a part of the show when I did the 2025 prediction stream, I think it's good that we kind of go over that and what I said there. And it was fine before. I was just giving you crap for having like a
Oh,
hey, who invited Shady Dance? Jesus Christ.
it's okay. You will get random cat cam. For example,
Yeah, that's fine.
because I'm on the lovely open gate
Oh, there it is,
camera.
everybody.
There it
He's
is.
got a
There
camera
it
with
is.
open gate. He finally said it. Look, there's a cat.
There's a cat.
There's a cat.
It's cat cam time. It's cat cam time. There we go.
You're not
Cat
centered
cam.
still. Go back to your right a little bit.
That's
far.
easier. Ah,
I needed like
there we go.
5 millimeters. You'll see it when it catches up with you. So yeah, we also have to thank Construct 3D, makers of the first Bambu printer, the UK's fastest 3D printer, and their new machine Construct 2, capable of over 8 kilograms per day of flow, assuming you can feed it that much through the Lights Out production unit. You can check it out at construct-3d.com. Links, of course, are in that description down below.
And of course, as the final one, because Grant can never do it for himself, 3D Musketeers, the hosts of the channel. They do I've had 2 hours sleep if you can't tell. They do scanning. Some of the coolest things that they've ever done are really up there, and they can't even tell you about it because they're so bloody cool. Some of the less cool stuff is a bloody submarine.
Yes,
Just
yeah,
saying,
we did
pretty damn cool. They also do consultancy, 3D modeling, and obviously 3D printing. If you need to use their service, I use them personally because they are fantastic, full of very skilled engineers, and Grant himself is just this lovely little box of knowledge that he knows every esoteric thing on the planet when it comes to additive. So, of course, if you need anything in that, located in the Tampa, Florida area, 3dmusketeers.com.
So let's hit these 2025 predictions. So I just pulled the topics that we had listed in the in that episode. So my topics included better scanning software, Bambu clones, multi-material, open source AMSs, the year of ecosystems, which was from James the Printer, SLS competitors, high temp materials and machines, environmental concerns with a huge please in brackets, and then less open air printers. And yeah, I think we got most of those. Better scanning software. We got better scanners, so we got better 3D scanning software. Not like Artec Studio got better. What?
Like, other than Artec Studio and the industrial side, I would still argue that the consumer-esque scanning software really hasn't gotten better.
It has, but it hasn't been like a generational leap. And I think it's mainly because the scanners themselves, the tech that is in them has gotten more affordable, that companies are able to take some of that cash that would have normally gone into the R&D side of 3D scanning on the, hardware bit of it, and able to put it into the software. As expected, Bambu clones were numerous and excessive. For better or worse.
And accessible. that is like the best thing that's come out of that is it's made relatively, I do say relatively, even with that as an asterisk, high quality printers affordable.
Oh yeah, like
More affordable than the already stupidly affordable Bambu Labs.
the FlashForge 85M is probably the best
Yeah.
example of that, of like sub $300 P1P clone. You have the Centauri Carbon as well, sub $300 P1S clone. Neither of which have an AMS. We have seen some open AMSs with the Vivid, the Box Turtle, and a couple of others that are going to absolutely miss me 100%. So we have had that. So that's where your multi-material stuff has come in. Snapmaker U1, technically, we had a few real customer deliveries by the end of the year. So technically, they got it. And I think that it is a tight race for like best shipped 3D printer of 2025. So I want consumer shipped. Okay.
Consumer shipped.
So H2C barely made it. H2C barely made it. P2S.
Can we argue that's not consumer?
I'm gonna call it.
It's really close to like the upper edge of prosumer.
Fine, but I'm going to include it in this list. I think it is fair to include it in the list. It is Bambu's flagship, because I'm also going to include the Prusa Core 1L.
Interesting.
So if I'm going
people are saying you're a little bit quieter on the stream, so I'm actually going to lower my volume by 10%.
Oh, no, I can literally push you back up. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
Or wait. Oh, is Grant like 10% less loud? Okay. I'll leave you where you are, and I'll turn myself up a little bit. Sorry.
As we all know, we love a loud Grant.
Yes, we do. God, I really do got to turn myself up some. So I think the H2C, although honestly, part of me's like the P2S is the better machine, right? But the H2C has that whole nozzle thing.
Yep.
Like in my head, all I can see is just this. This is all I can see in my head, which is the nozzle changing system.
It is very satisfying, I will admit.
It is incredibly
just having
satisfying.
big moving fast parts does set the neuron activation going. Downside, the only really good thing it's got going for it is big moving large parts.
Okay, to some extent, right? To some extent. However, it is the latest Bambu flagship, and I think that there's something to state there. So it's funny, if we're gonna like name a top printer, it has to also be like in a price category. Because like I don't think it's fair to compare the Centauri Carbon to the H2C.
Yeah.
Right? And I guess apparently the H2C doesn't print flexibles. I don't know. And quite frankly, I don't really care. We're never going to get one here. It cannot work in our ecosystem. And suffice to say, Bambu is still not a fan of us. Who would have ever guessed that?
Wow.
Jacob, you would have.
Absolutely no one would have guessed that.
Nobody would have ever guessed that. Who knew that keeping companies accountable for their own actions would cause them to hate you? Oh, that's right. It only causes one of them to hate me. Because the other one that we called out heavily, although we called them out heavily this past Friday, doesn't hate me for it. In fact, they like the fact that we do it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, we called out Prusa, and they like the fact that we call them out.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Quiddy.
No.
I was like, wow, that's a shock.
No. I think they're kind of agnostic toward us about it all, but hey, whatever. I'm trying to get back with them, but with the holidays, I said, I'm just going to reach out to everybody starting on Monday. And I have all their WeChats now, because we got it all from Formnext, so I'm just going to bother them on WeChat being like, hey, that Max 4, let me get one of those. Let me get one of those. Someone saw us at Formnext and wondered how we were talking to Bambu. They came up to us. multiple times. They came up to us.
Hello, Percy.
Yeah,
Percy, I have to go upstairs.
they all came up to us. So we did try to film at the Bamboo Lab booth. It was always busy. We never got a good chance to film there. We attempted to get a interview with Dr. Tao. However, we were straight denied that opportunity. Oh, look, there is a child on the stream.
There is a small child
There
that
is a
has
small
worked
child.
their way into the studio. Why are you down here, Percy? Did you want to say hi to YouTube? Look, you're live on YouTube.
To over
Say hi.
100 people watching live.
There's 100 people watching you. I know, right? She's actually so adorable. So adorable. Anyway, go upstairs. Aren't you watching a film? Come on, Percy. Mommy wants you. Make sure you close the door.
I should point out that this is not Jacob's kid. We should make sure
that is not
we
my kid.
acknowledge
not
the fact that you are not a father. You are not the
not
father. Go ahead and let someone pull up. No, the name. Oh, the name is gonna escape me. Who does that? Oh God, I can't. But yes, she is absolutely adorable. Yeah,
I love her so much. She's so cute. She's so mischievous.
It's not Springer. It's not Springer that does You Are Not the Father. Oh, I always forget.
Do you mean Jeremy Kyle?
No.
Jeremy Kyle.
Who that? No. What? This is American television. You're a Brit.
Oh no, this is the British
Murray,
version.
Yes,
of it.
It's Murray. Yes, Maury, I should say. It is Maury. Yes. Maury, You Are Not the Father. All right, we're moving on from that. We did see the You Want. Honestly, I'm almost tempted. Maury Povich, yes, Maury Povich. I am tempted to. I'm tempted to give the crown, the sub $1,000 crown. I'm tempted to give it to Snapmaker.
I kind of want to agree with you.
I think I
wanted to be like a bit controversial, but literally in my head so far, for the like best consumer shipped machine in my head has been the
sub
Snapmaker.
$1,000. So sub $1,000.
Sub 1,000.
Sub 1,000.
It has to be because they've got the tool changer.
Okay.
They've got the quality somehow.
1 and 2 for
and
me.
And it's cheap.
You won Centauri Carbon. 1 and 2.
Yep.
And honestly, I think depending if you want to go sub 500, it's a Centauri Carbon all day.
Oh no, it will be the Centauri Carbon for anything that isn't the Snapmaker.
Yeah. I think that the U1. So we got to mess around with it. We flew deep into Colorado, into the Cheyenne Mountains, to meet with Dea de la Tuasha after Form Next before we went over to
Such
Prague.
A cool guy.
Yeah, super cool guy. A honorary Florida man, of course. That U1, if you do not need 5 tool heads, and you don't need the build volume of the XL, the U1 is there's no reason to buy an XL. If you don't need the 5th and you don't need the build volume. If you need either one of those, obviously you have to go with the XL because there is no other option right now. Unless you're going with unless you're going with H2C, I guess, but still the XL has that size variance. The U1 to me was incredibly surprising. It's more plasticky than I would like, but they've hit a really, really good price point.
I will say, even though it's all plastic, it doesn't give me the feel of cheap plastic, where they've intentionally replaced metal with plastic. It still gave me the correct sense of it is a cheap frame, but they've clad it quite nicely. Like, it's not like Tupperware plastic. It is actually kind of nice.
Yeah, it is, and hilariously, the best way to enclose it is with a Tupperware container. There's like you could off-the-shelf Tupperware container that you can buy that fits perfectly on the top of it. The people have been using it as a top hat. It is like you just took an XL and a AMS Lite and just kind of told them to make babies, and this is what you get. So, yeah, I think the U1 squarely lands as, you know, kind of the winner, right? Under the 1K mark.
No, easily.
Sorry,
in my eyes, there is no better printer in my eyes. Like
Yeah.
it was a toy up with the Centauri Carbon for the cheaper brackets, but the moment you get into the more expensive brackets, the U1 just outclasses quite a lot of more expensive machines.
Yeah.
And therefore I'm okay with that. Like, I don't have a controversial thing to say. I touched the printer. It felt good. There's only so much I can say when it is actually it's a printer out of the box that works. And it's multi-head and it is decent build volume. And it, for the sounds of it, looks reliable. I've not seen many things on the internet. I've seen some, but you'll always see some. But I haven't seen many failings.
Dude, with how rough the initial experience with the Prusa XL was, with it dropping tools and things like that, to see so few people dealing with tool dropping and all that, to me says, great. Snapmaker has figured out the things that Prusa had issues with early on. And you would hope that they do, because they've had all these extra years to develop it.
Yep.
So, if we look at above 1,000, right? The big players here, you're going to have the P2S H2C. You've got the Core 1L, which, if you guys saw my Friday video, you know I have both very high marks on it and very low marks on it, and there is no middle ground for this machine for me.
I've not seen that video.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We might. Do you want to bullet point it for me? Shall we go into it?
It doesn't like being on a UPS.
Oh,
And
that is a
Prusa
problem.
themselves recommend that you don't have it on a UPS.
Interesting.
Now, a lot of people in the comments have said it's because I'm running cheap, crappy UPSs. And while, yes, they are modified sine wave, they are not cheap. They're like
No
$500.
UPS is cheap. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can maybe get a 50 quid UPS that'll give you 3 seconds extra.
Oh, well.
But anyone using a UPS is not really going to cheap out on the UPS because they know why they're using it. And in reality, that isn't the user's problem.
No.
That's the printer. That's a
Yeah.
firmware problem.
Someone is saying the
Actually, no, now I
P2S
think
is
about it, it is a
under
firmware problem.
100K, or is under 1K. Does that change anything for us? To me, it doesn't. I'm still
Not
choosing the U1.
massively.
Yeah, I'm still choosing the
I
U1.
would still choose the U1.
Yeah.
The U1 has kind of hit the same thing of it's kind of a Bambu Labs clone with a Prusa XL strapped to it.
Yeah. I mean, it is exactly what I would expect from a company that has had 3 years worth of R&D time to make it right. And yeah, I mean, they're really pushing in the right direction. I am hoping to get one. And it's Clipper, right? Like, as far as I appreciate the fact that Prusa has been using the same style of firmware for many years, but it's time to go to Clipper. It's just time. It is time to adopt a more mainstream firmware system to enable consumers to get more reliable firmware modifications in a way that isn't so obtuse.
Yep. Like that's the main thing. It's like the community with Clipper will run with it. It means it's not as closed that the current firmware is. And that does mean you lose a bit of the special like magic dust that they put into the firmware. But in reality, think of how fast development would happen if Prusa just moved over to Clipper. It might be time to tuck the tail between the legs and just admit Clipper's kind of good now. It's not perfect.
No,
Hence why
Clipper's
I
been good for
still
a
prefer
while.
RepRap firmware for that. But Clipper is now competent enough to be a consumer level firmware.
I think
Like
it's been there since late 24. Honestly, I think
it
25
wasn't really the firmware, it's the hardware that was holding Clipper back.
Yes,
Because it
yes.
was if you turn the printer off wrong, it would just dump the firmware. And that isn't a really nice consumer friendly thing. Nowadays, most of the motherboards have quite big capacitors on them, so it can safely shut down if you just pull the plug. And that fixed it. So what was the problem with Clipper again? Because it's not there anymore.
Yeah, I think any problems that you might have with software come down to who's programming it and how they're programming it and what they're putting it and what they're adding or removing from it. For me, Clipper is more complicated to understand than something like RepRap firmware, but that's more so because RepRap firmware has a really nice web UI where Clipper doesn't. But Clipper has the ability to have it, somebody just has to do it. Now,
Yeah.
I am squarely classed in the end user when it comes to coding. Squarely classed, right? I can crappily vibe code at best. And I will say it has been more valuable than I expected when it comes to Clipper. So, kudos there, ChatGPT. You're not screwing everything up. But Prusa's firmware being on a different ecosystem makes it so I don't really have to bother, right? I hate to use the "it just works," but for the most part, it does just work. Do I wish there were more user modifiable things in it? Yes. And Prusa changed that by saying, actually, you're right, we were wrong. You can change your firmware to a non-signed firmware. You still have to clip the thing on the board, but we will not void your warranty for it. I think that was a huge step forward from Prusa.
Yeah. No, I agree.
We saw... Oh, sorry, we didn't actually do the above 1,000. So H2C, I'm going to put the P2S combo above 1,000. It's not going to win, but I think really it's going to come down to H2C, the Core 1L, which I think if you put those up together, it's very difficult to give the Core 1L the win.
I was gonna say, like, I want to give the Core 1L the win. However,
it's pretty much impossible. It is the Core 1L.
Like, that EPS problem is immediately a big red flag because it's a power supply issue.
Well,
and it's a firmware problem.
Let's ignore that. Let's look at on paper performance.
P2S is just
no.
really good.
H2C.
Oh, the H2C. It's still really good. Like, all of the Bambu Lab offerings at their price points are intentionally designed to be high value. And the H2 with its double nozzle does massively improve the printing experience for majority of people because you can now have support material as a different material.
Yeah.
Like, actively. That on its own. I don't need the combo. Just give me the two heads. That is still more than good enough.
Was the H2D launched in 25?
Yeah.
I don't know if it was launched in 25 or it was launched in 24. I don't know. Bambu has done so many damn machine launches, it's hard for me to follow exactly when it happened. But as much as I think on paper, and I think my problem with the Core 1L, it's
March 2025.
Okay. It is not systemic, right? There are some people that are dealing with this issue. And so I am hesitant to use that as a deciding factor, but I think simply because the H2C, not the D, the C, Charlie, not Delta, gives you the Vortec upgrade, I do think that's gonna eke out the win. I really do like the Core 1L, and when I don't have issues with my power, it produces beautifully perfect parts that this machine... I mentioned it in the Friday video. We have had some emergency work the past few weeks, and when emergency work happens, we will bring in machines for the business that are still in testing for the YouTube channel. So the Core 1L is still not done with its initial testing. And see, had we done a review like many other reviewers did without going through this rigorous testing, we would have never found this error. And this error, to me, is like a game-breaking flaw because it's an unrecoverable error. It'll ruin a print.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
So that machine, though, has paid for itself already. So, but
I gotta say, I think I'm gonna give my win to H2 Delta. The C is nice because you do get the Vortec upgrade, but the value proposition is slightly lower in my eyes because you are spending quite a bit more for not that huge a quality of life improvement in my eyes. Like, it's good, it is an improvement, but it's not the same value. The
So
value is less.
we also have the Fiber Seek in that price class. Like, what else is in the sub $5,000 price class that launched in 25?
Couple big resin printers, but that's industrial.
I don't sub five grand.
Yeah,
I don't want to bring resin
there's
into it right now. I think I'm more comfortable with kind of sticking to FDM.
It's okay for the resin award. It's just any damn company that made a cheap resin printer with a heater in the vat.
It's
That's
probably
all I need.
whatever the as much as I hate this, it's probably whatever the top end machine out of Elegoo is, whatever the top Saturn is out of Elegoo.
Yep.
That's going to be the winner for me. They have always kind of pushed it in the right area. Okay. So we're seeing in the chat right now that a lot of people are on your side of this, that the H2C is a nice machine, but it is not 25% better than the H2D. And there are people saying
Exactly.
the H2S if you need the bigger build volume. So
Yeah, that's it's value proposition for me that it makes winners. And
yeah,
the value proposition of the C over the D,
I mean
not that much better.
that's fair. And like, again, I've discussed this before, but the bulk of the prints that we do on our XL, 2 materials, 2 heads. That's it.
Yep, exactly.
Support,
Like for the
main.
majority of
That's it.
industrial work, it's 2 materials.
Yeah.
Support, main.
Yep.
They don't care about color. They don't care about the art
And-
stuff. And in reality, if you're doing art stuff, just get a snap maker for most of your stuff that fits on there.
And if you needed to do art, there's plenty of ways to get around this with only a 2-head machine. One of it being you make separate parts on other machines that click in, right? You make pieces that fit together like a puzzle to get you the colors that you need, or you paint it, right? I would argue that the U1, even though it's priced at under $1,000, really kind of kicks into the above $1,000 price class and starts to devalue some of these, right? Starts to me, the U1 devalues the P2S heavily devalues it, because why would you go for a fully closed source, buy their parts or don't buy their parts machine when you could get a clipper based multi-tool head machine for sub $1,000? I don't see. Hell, I'm not with the H2D unless you need the build volume of it. Why would you go to the H2D other than the build volume when the U1 is available? Chamber heater and fully enclosed chamber, fine. Those are 2 valid answers. But again, I think the U1 is far and away the winner this year.
Yeah, no, it's the U1, because if you're toying up the H2D over the U1 and you end up going with the U1, you are already smart enough to add your own chamber heater to a printer by just buying a cheap USB chamber heater. The U1 is just, it's a 4-head machine. It's good. The tool changes are fast. There's barely any purging because it's a tool changer. It's cheaper to repair. It's basically a Bambu Lab machine internals because it's a clone. I will stand by that. It is a clone on the inside, except they added the E3D tool changer on it. And that's it.
So,
like,
MLB saying 350C nozzle versus 300. There are so few of you that use anything above 300, that to me stops becoming a valid argument. It really does. And legitimately,
also, there's a second valid argument for that, which is all materials that say they need to be printed at 330, 340, 350 do print at 300. The reason that temperature is higher is it takes so long for the heat to transfer in. You just have to lower your flow rate. Just have reasonable expectations that at 300, I need to half my flow rate.
There are some materials that need that higher temperature. I'm sorry, there are some materials that need it. I'm looking at like Peak, PEC, Ultem, those ones. PPS.
Oh, you're not printing that at 350 though.
Yeah, that's fair. You're not printing that at
You're printing
350.
that at 450.
So, okay,
Like at
PPS.
350 versus 300. Well, PPS, even though it's polycrystalline, the activation temperature is 300 or monocrystalline. No, it's polycrystalline.
It's crystalline.
There's something funky in it.
Yeah.
But it's 300 degrees ish. All you have to do is make sure it's thoroughly heated. And that's the thing, is like a lot of people assume the filament coming out the nozzle is the same temperature as the nozzle. It's about 10 degrees less than the actual nozzle because it's never going to hit that perfect temperature unless it's there for quite a long time. You just got to slow down a bit and then you'll be surprised
Yeah.
what you can get away with. Also, some materials, let's say PET carbon fiber, they say the strength gets stronger as you get hotter, which is true.
At some point, it
However,
doesn't.
well, so they normally like the Fatus PET CF 15%
Hmm.
says it can print at 270 all the way up to 320. If you bring it up to 320, you'll realize the print quality turns to absolute ass because it's overheating the material. It is stronger. It does print. It doesn't look good.
Yeah,
It's not worth it.
and I feel like there's not a lot of physical things you need to do to make a machine hit 350 versus 300. It's the same heaters, generally speaking. It's no one's putting thermocouples in to hit 350. Sorry, they're not.
No.
Thermistors are not really all that good above 300, but they're dealing with it. It's once you start looking at 400 and above that I think things start to really matter. But if people want to split hairs on 300 versus 350, fine. Wait for specific third-party integrator to come out with their version of the Panda series for the stat maker, and I'm sure you'll get 350 that way. Shout out Big Tree Tech for being the OGs of this, like the proper. They are building mods that just make the printers better. They're not just saying, here's cheaper stuff. They're like, no, we recognize these are issues. It is easier for us to solve them than to try to get the companies to solve them. Like, I'm over here with this whole A1 fire issue being like, can we just get a fan in there? And Luke's like, no, we cannot, because we're not going to take the liability risk.
Oh no.
Yeah, so if I actually hated Bambu and I really wanted to have a video that got tens of thousands of views, I would title it, "A Bambu A1 has caught fire every single day this year." Because every single day in 2026, we have had a report of the NTC thermistor failing. In fact, we've had more than one most days. We've had one at least every single day this year.
That's not a good number.
No,
Yeah, Bambu Lab sells an ungodly amount.
We will get into this toward the end.
Still not a good number.
So I was quoted in a Tom's Hardware article. They actually got a hold of someone from Bambu, and there's some fun numbers in that we can use to start figuring out exactly what it is. But I've got a real electrical engineer. He is not a professional engineer. Like, he's not a PE, but he does get paid to do electrical engineering in his day job. That's what he does. Working with me on it. Even he is stumped of, like, why the hell these things are failing. So it proves that I'm not as dumb as I look, thank God. Andrew Rogers with the solid $20 bill. Thank you very much. Saying, 40, stay healthy and don't get the flu fund. Yeah, Amber got it. My brother got it. So far, I've been okay.
Somehow, I've dodged it, and the UK was rife with it.
Mm.
I don't know how I've dodged it. I have not been trying to dodge it. I have just gotten very lucky, and I was like, and I'm better.
So SLS competitors, I think we saw some come out of the woodwork in 25. I think we are still going to see that in 26, but I'm not certain if that's fair. But yeah, there were quite a few SLS companies showing off machines at Formnext. They're just not shipping. We saw lots of high temp stuff come out. Mainly, Jacob, the Eliarchy.
I didn't see it. Was it there?
At Formnext?
Yeah.
I have no clue. But
Oh.
they were so on my list of my predictions for 25 was that we would see consumer grade high temp printers. That is technically a consumer grade high temp printer. It just
Oh,
wasn't very good.
yeah, but any consumer grade printer can be a consumer grade high printer if you just turn off all the safeties. Also, just fun fact, this is just factory knowledge for anyone who wants to make high temp, but they're limited by the thermistor
Just don't.
only going to 300 degrees. You can go hotter. They're rated for much higher
Just
than
use
you
a
expect.
thermocouple, please.
No, no, no. Here's the trick. The 300 is for a specific accuracy range and failure rate. If you go hotter, the accuracy drifts a bit. That's it. That's literally it. It's literally like, it's why we always rate our thermistors for 320 degrees, because on the data sheet, they're rated for 320 degrees. On the advert sheet, they say 300. Just do the ratings. It's not hard. But also, we can push it higher. I've tested them up to 500 degrees. They work. They were 40 degrees not accurate at 500 degrees, and it only lasted about 1,000 hours. But they do actually do a job. So if you want to go 10 degrees hotter than what you think it's rated for, just do it. It's not really going to do anything wrong.
No, no, no. It won't. Um, so environmental concerns, no one really dealt with, unless open air printers. Yeah. Yeah. No, you know what? There was an environmental concern that was dealt with. Polar Filament released PHA in 25, I believe. So
Ah,
that's cool. I'm still dialing it in. PHA really hates PEI. So you have to go old school, Jacob. This is gonna hurt you,
ooh,
but I love it. How do you
okay.
print PHA? What's the best way to do it?
Cool.
Old school, baby. Blue tape.
Blue tape.
Blue tape.
Interesting. Or
Blue
is this
tape
just
on the
because
bin.
you're in Florida and it's so humid, your PEI just doesn't work
No,
half the
no, no,
time?
no. It is a known thing with PHA. It just doesn't like PEI. So
Interesting.
yeah. Um so yeah, that was really most of my predictions. I think I was still at an A, right? I was batting at least 90% on this.
Oh
That's
no,
pretty
hun, like
good.
like yeah.
Um, I think something that it caught me off guard when I got to read it ahead of time before it went public and all that. Um, and I even like messaged Jacob. I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna have something really cool to talk about this next weekend. And then your entire life blew up, which we are not going to get into, and that's why we haven't been around for a few weeks. And I said,
Oh, it got worse. My car exploded.
yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, but I didn't tell the chat. My car exploded.
Oh, well, this is why
Yay.
I would have told you not to buy a cheap electric car, but you
In
didn't ask
fairness to
me.
me,
You didn't ask me.
I actually had a guy who was very petrol head, and when I told him the price of what I paid, and then he checked up the VIN number and was like, "Oh, you got the premium model as well." He was like, "Yeah, that's a good deal as long as it doesn't explode." Flash forward, car explode. So yeah, don't buy a very dodgy Nissan Leaf from two Turkish guys in a car park that
Just
is
don't
2,000 pounds cheaper than the actual battery value.
don't buy a used Nissan Leaf as your only mode of transportation. A Nissan Leaf, an older Nissan Leaf, the ones that only get like 40 miles of range, are phenomenal second cars. They are really bad first cars. It's why there are so many of them on the market.
Do you want to know what the kicker is? So literally the day before it went up, I got the tracking done on the front tires, and they were off by 1.5 degrees both ways. That was
So,
14 times the legal limit in the UK.
oh, I've seen way worse.
On a Nissan
Amber's
Leaf that only does 40 miles, that 1.5 degrees on both wheels towed in is like half the battery capacity just gone.
Amber's
Ugh.
old Ford Focus was so bad It couldn't be fixed.
Ah, elaborate, please.
So we live down a dirt road. And
Ah,
over time, the metal had bent. Duff, the Civic guys are drooling over that. Yeah, you were stanced out, homie. Why don't you just bag the bitch and just go for it? I am imagining a bagged, stanced out Nissan Leaf, and I hate
oh,
everything about
you
that.
know what? I am actually kind of vibing with it.
No, I'm not vibing with it.
I could get the underfloor lights and everything, like proper pimp it out.
Underfloor. You mean underglow?
Yeah, underglow.
Underfloor's inside the car, homie.
Oh, it already had underfloor because it was the like top of the range center model from 2016. Like, ooh, that's why I bought it because it was like, this is cheap,
And
way too
and
cheap.
since we tangented to cars real quick, my car is still broken, but I have a plan, and it's a really cool plan. The local high school has a automotive program, and I happen to be friends with the professor there. Uh, we have agreed to a very reasonable price for me to take the car there and work on it with the students. I get to wrench on the car with the kids, and we
That's
all
cool.
get. Oh, dude,
That's so cool.
I've ordered like every gasket for this car because like I just want to fix the problem in it. And I'm like, I don't really care if it leaks a little bit of oil. If it's leaking oil, it's got oil. This is what we need to know, right? This is normal. No, but if I'm taking it to like a proper shop with hoists and stocked snap-on toolboxes and all the code readers galore, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy all the gaskets. So yeah, I will drop it off sometime next week. So we'll see what happens. Um
Hmm. Ooh,
oh, I I
now we
I,
got a big super chat.
I think we forgot to do something.
Wait, we've got to do something?
Look at the most
What did we
recent
forget?
super chat. It reminded me that we forgot to do something, Jacob.
Oh, oh, no!
Oh, we screwed up.
In
We
fairness,
screwed
my
up.
life has literally detonated all around me. Everything that you thought was normal isn't normal for me anymore. Hence why I'm on a very comfy sofa. Like this is a lovely sofa.
It does
Like
look really comfy.
it goes back. I'm sitting right at the edge, but this is how far back it goes.
Buddy, I could sleep on that couch. That couch looks comfy.
Oh, you can. It is longer than me, longer than you.
Well,
It's
I'm saying,
a
Jacob, longer than you is
six-seater.
not really a high bar here, okay?
Hey, I'm 5'10".
Sure.
Just because you Americans are huge in every way.
Yeah, we are. Anyways,
Damn right, baby.
Glenn from 3D Prima, check him out. Since you refused to let me sponsor you in any other way with the 200 SEK, thank you, sir. We need to talk.
So I'm
God
gonna
damn
just
it.
put in the business Discord channel, message Glenn.
Make sure to message Glenn.
Eh,
I think you all would like it if we had a filament giveaway in the UK and the EU, right? Right?
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
put my name down because I think it'll be hilarious if I just win
You
it and I'm like
you you
double or
liter-
nothing.
you literally don't qualify for it
Why not?
because you work for the company that is doing the giveaway.
But
That's not how
wouldn't
this
it be
works.
great
No.
if I put
No.
my name down, it becomes me and I'm like
No.
doubled or nothing and it goes to somebody else for
Oh,
two.
you say double and give it to the next guy. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. Yeah.
double and give it to the next guy.
Sure. Sure. Speaking of double it and give it to the next guy, Prussia released something that I'm not certain how to feel about. The OCL, Open Community License.
I'm so mixed on this because I first saw it. I'm like, finally, a fixed like open source license. This is what we needed. And then I started reading. I'm like,
It's not open
oh,
source.
my legal team isn't gonna like
It's
this.
not open source.
It's not open source. It's closer to what I say with my printers, open by design. But now here's the key thing. It's just a patent protection.
Yeah.
it's basically the same thing as patent protecting something as an open community license. I don't think putting the word open in it is very truthful because it isn't open. Like all of these like license agreements and everything are all the same if you only use it for yourself. Like they literally have no difference. Like if you're not commercializing it, you could do whatever you want with it. This is the same thing as the open community license, except there's no legal basis for it other than Prusa has made it.
So, I'm not certain. So, like, that's how any open source license has to be from the beginning, right? If there's no precedent that's been set for it, then you are just kind of rolling the dice and waiting to set precedent. I think that this is a step in the right direction, but I'm fairly certain they called it. No. Oh, yes. Okay. OCLV1. Yes, they called it OCLV1. I think they well understand that this is a thought. This is a thought.
Yeah.
I also, real quick,
like to put in perspective for everyone,
Johannes.
I have a legal team.
Okay.
And my legal team, I didn't bother sending this to. If I was serious about this, I would have sent it to them.
I don't think
I
they
read
need
it and I'm like, I don't even need them to read it because, well, there's a couple of things we're doing, like quite big things that we were gonna put in some form of like open source licensing that means China can't immediately steal it. I didn't even bother telling my legal team about the OCL license. They'll read it whenever this video comes out and it's like, oh, the OCL license, what's that? It's a nice idea. It's highlighting there is a problem with the current licensing.
Yep.
But now this is going to sound very capitalist of me, and I don't like that because I'm not hyper-capitalist. Patents exist for a reason. Design protections exist for a reason. Just because people don't use them. I don't know what the difference
is between a design protection and a patent, because we don't have a thing called design protection here in the States. We have patents.
So it might be called a design patent.
Yes, we have a design patent.
In America.
Yeah.
They should be really cheap compared to a regular patent.
Cheaper.
So a design patent or a design protection is basically the same as a patent, but it doesn't expire, and it's all about aesthetics. It's all about aesthetics.
Yeah.
So it is the shape, fit, and function of a product. So all designer handbags have design protection. So the logos, the where they're placed, like the materials used, they will have design protections to stop competing brands using the same suppliers. And it's the same with what I did. I think I am the first 3D printer company to not have a patent on it, but a design protection on Bambu. Because the entire problem was, well, if our printers are open source, anyone can just copy our unique flare. And our unique flare was Bambu material. So we looked into it and was like, for 500 quid, we can get a design protection that protects the shape of the printer. That's not just like it box. It box is not shape. It's all about where the bolts go, where the slot goes, all of this. That's a design protection. Cats, please stop playing with the cable. Thank you.
That's what cats do.
The cable connected to the camera.
That's what cats do.
It's really funny because the camera's actually being held up by a.
The camera's out.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, cats! Cats! Oh, what did you do? I spoke too soon. Give me a second. It's plugging back in. It's plugging back in. There we go.
That's so great.
Did it do it? Did it do the thing? PC tether. PC tether. Is that on?
No.
Oh no. Oh, I had a dun. Windows is doing a thing.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I see a can of Coke.
There you go. Look at that cat.
It's adorable. Look at how adorable that cat is.
So that one is Honey,
That
and then we have
that
where's Luffy?
that is the cat which one is responsible for the BS here?
It was Luffy. I think
Okay.
Luffy is there.
Oh, yep, there's cat. Hello, other cat.
Let's go.
Leave a like for the cat. Very, very guilty look on that one for sure.
Okay, I need to set this back up. It's about there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're gonna find out
Give or
if
take.
I did this correctly. Oh, I'm really dark.
You are very dark, yes. This is why I like having, a Sony camera that doesn't need any of this BS.
I mean, I do have it set to full manual.
I'm just giving you crap because it's fun.
There we go. This. Facts. That was my light. Stop it. It's because it's close to their feeding time in like 2 hours, and they're just getting
Scoot to
antsy.
your left just a smidge.
My left. Oh,
Perfect. Thank you.
brilliant.
Yeah. So, Johannes Lindgren said Grant should buy a Volvo so he can sponsor Sweden some more. I've been looking at some used Volvos, and I'm not certain. And then Simon Snow with the 10 pounds. Thank you very much for that, sir. Greatly appreciated. And then Andrew Rogers, member 31 months basic support, saying, I'm not a cat. I am an actual person. Debatable. Debatable. And Sam Bazuru with the $5 for the Cat Chaos Fund. Thank you very much. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Subscribe if you haven't. Look, it's an adorable tortie. Come on, adorable tortie. That cat is so tiny.
I know. We're trying to fatten her up.
There she goes.
She is very light. We got her as a stray, abandoned, and we're fattening her up, but she is being a little messy and keeps attacking the other cats. So I hope she can calm down, or she's gonna have to be adopted because she doesn't like other cats. A little bit.
Oh my god, Nomad's Galaxy with the $50 freaking dollars.
Damn.
From Nomad's Galaxy, saying, remember, the OCL is meant to help prevent unauthorized commercial use by having it under contract law for expedited legal processing. It's a source available license, but only modifications to the CAD must be reposted as OCL, not references. 1, thank you. 2, caveat, Nomad's Galaxy is, when he's on the clock, an employee of Printed Solid, which is owned by Prusa Research, so need to add that there. But thank you, Nomad, for that.
I'm not massively familiar with.
He also works with us in his free time. Is that a reimbursable company expense? Like, how does that work? You didn't have to spend $50 for that. You could have just DM'd me, but it's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Jeez, this guy's throwing money. I didn't know that we were getting rained on by by 3 levels removed Prusa money. Well, thank you. Yes, and that's kind of the thing with the OCL. So there are some complications to the OCL, right? If I wanted to make a mod and I wanted to paywall it, I can't.
Not directly. That's the problem, is not directly.
Now, what you can do is you can reach out to Prusa and get approval for it.
But there's an easy way just to go around it. And that's where this kind of falls apart.
Which is what?
Which is, it doesn't cover referencing the original part. So you can take the CAD, make a copy of the CAD. Unless it's direct copy paste, which is going to be very hard to prove in a court of law, it's immediately stripped of the OCL license.
So from a consumer standpoint, I like OCL. Like, from a consumer standpoint, I like OCL. I'm trying to find the gentleman. I had to make him a mod so you could post it. Candid Prole. He was feeling some type of way about it, and, like, posted Yeah, he's like, hey, can I post a link? I'm like, yeah, I got to make you a mod. Um, saying that, Prusa is still an open source company. Um,
Uh,
I'm not, do they say it? So he sent a link.
I would say there's one thing that I found quite interesting in the OCL blurb write-up about it
Oh, okay.
is
So hold on. Let me keep going
okay,
here.
go on, go on, go
So
on.
they've got a whole title says open source and why it matters. Prusa research grow from Joseph Prusa's work. In the RepRap project, our mission is clear: make enjoyable machines for everyone to use. Open source is our heart. We strongly believe in the community and in sharing how we do things so others can learn and create. That's all factual. Okay. Our goal is for our printers to remain moddable, easily repairable, and produce amazing prints even decades after the initial release. Reprint the plastic parts, flash custom firmware, read through our circuit board designs, or completely modify our printers to meet your specific needs. Again, that's all legit. I see. I have no issues with what they say on that site. Like that's, and then they have a whole open source page, right? Which goes into detail about what is open source and what isn't,
Mm.
right? And it's I guess I don't see what they've missed here. That to me all seems above board, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Beard Printer, the 5 memberships, thank you very much. Lost Mentor, Randy Parker, John S. Duff, and John Olson all got gifted memberships from the Bearded Printer himself. Thank you very much, sir. Um, but yeah, I don't. I guess open is probably not the best word to use, but I think now we're
No,
starting to like split hairs. Oh
I
yeah,
mean
they're
I could
being.
understand.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I could understand open is open for the community to use, but I don't like the fact that whenever the community has used the word open, it is particularly used for open source to mean it is free to use, as in like free to spread. The open community license implies it is a fixed version of the community license designed for a group, and I don't think it's a fixed license. It's got too many caveats, too many loopholes. It has the same problems as any contract license. It's a contract license. They're very hard to enforce. They're
Incredibly
almost
hard to enforce.
impossible to enforce.
Yeah.
And the only real thing I see coming out of this is maybe it unifies all like the GPL, the open source things, and all the others into one. But I doubt that because it's also quite closed. It is a closed down like license. It's like the non-commercial, non-derivative. I don't really see much difference between putting non-commercial, non-derivative attribute and the open CCL.
And so we got a question about that. There's no Swedish flag behind me. You're right. There isn't. There is a reason for this. um, yeah, there are big 3 kilogram custom spool holders that I made. The Swedish flag is still there. It's just rolled up right now. So yeah, uh, I have big prints we have to do, and the spools haven't fallen yet. So we're working on things. So Cannon Pearl said, are Prusa clones even a thing anymore? Yes. Not
Yeah.
full clones, but we've seen like clone extruder nozzles and things like that hit the market. Fetus being the one with the sick nozzles, and there's a few others. But I think that this is, I think it needs work. And yes, the holders work so far. I think it needs work. I think it needs a lot of work. But I think as a V1, and understanding that there is still room to grow on this, that this is not a final document. This is a living document that will be modified and changed as things matter. I think the OCL kind of ticks the boxes for me. Now,
I mean, I will be using OCL whenever we do anything publicly because it is better than we currently have.
yeah,
It's just not perfect.
GPL and like the current Creative Commons and GPL to me is more surrounding software than it is hardware. And so,
Yeah.
like, it's a pain in the ass because there's not really a good solution to this. There's just not a good solution. I think OCL is a move in the right direction, but as I told Joe personally, it needs to be adjusted as time goes on. And that's when it was pointed out to me that, yeah, it's called V1 for a reason. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. That makes sense. Because what's the alternative here? The alternative here is that we don't get CAD files for the Core 1 and Core 1L. Like, what do I want here? Right?
I think the main difference is the open community license is it specifically is trying to protect patented items, which is design protections, patent protections, and intellectual property. That is a good try. And I see why Prusa's happy to now release those files with this. I still am hesitant. It's not a true protection. Because a true
No.
protection is a government-backed entity that protects what you're doing and you pay quite a bit for, where any form of contract license is free. And there's this big line in the sand of
That
what
sounds
is
like a
enforceable,
lot of
what isn't.
lawyers.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot of lawyers, and
And
that's the problem.
I think if Prusa did that, there'd be a lot more of us bitching and moaning at them about, oh, you brought lawyers into the game. And while, yes, I'm sure there are some lawyers associated with the OCL in general, it is designed to be more open than something that you would have attorneys under. I do want to address some of the comments made so far. So Chris Catlett said, sure, but clone nozzles are consumable and third-party consumables are always a good thing. I agree, as long as they're maintaining manufacturer tolerances. We found that the Fadus sick nozzles are not always the tightest on tolerance, and they can be a little bit delicate, but at $20 a nozzle, who really cares? But at a certain point, they should get permission. They should license it. There are right ways and wrong ways to do it. While I'm glad that there is now competition, I believe they went about it the wrong way. Right? So that is my professional stance is good, but go about it the right way. My personal stance is I don't care. Do whatever you want. Because they're not going to sue you. Right? It is too expensive to sue over something like this, in my personal opinion. My professional opinion is sue them. They deserve it. But it's not going to happen. We all know it. Nomad did DM me. I have that DM opened, so I can read that out. But, and Chris Catlett goes on saying, if OCL V2 ever releases, anything released under V1 will stay V1 since you cannot apply a more restrictive license ex post facto. I agree with this. And this is where I have to ask a question to the community. Can you apply a less restrictive license ex post facto? I think you can. I think if you went from, like, you know, CC/NC, so Community Commons non-commercial, to fully open source, you can apply that to the old files. You can do that. But I'm not, I don't know for sure. I'll have to wait for the community to respond to that. Do you want me to read? Okay, you can apply less restrictive after the fact. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
And that makes sense. I don't see this getting more restrictive. I see it being better defined. I think it is missing some of that definition that the community wants, but that's part of the idea, putting it out there and saying, hey, what do you guys want? What do you guys want to see? This is our idea, but we want your input as well. That, to me, is the basis of a good open source, quasi-open source, whatever you want to call, license. I think that it's a step in the right direction. It is a very Prusa step where it's like, this is how far we got. You guys kind of polish it the way that it makes sense. But I think that it is better than not having anything, which is what we were moving toward Prusa going pretty much fully closed source. This is a win for the community overall, but it does have to be better defined in my opinion. Do you want me to read what Nomad sent me, or do you want to wait on that for a bit?
What, in the DMs?
Yes.
Was there DM?
To me, personally.
Because
Yes.
well, I can't see it, so I don't know if it's interesting or not. Do you want to read it? It's a good time to read it.
Oh, no, I got a comment that I want to read first, and I want your opinion on this. Prusa stole everything
Okay.
from open source. Now they're fake open source with OCL. F Prusa, buy a Construct 3D or something. At least they're not fakers like Prusa marketing BS. Such a scam company. So many citations are needed on this.
Okay.
So many citations are needed on this. Because while I do believe that Prusa has had some, let's go with less than upfront run-ins with open source, they seem to solve most of them. There are some still open source things I'm waiting on, like board designs. But yeah, okay, they're not Linux. I get that, but they were back in the Mark III days. Prusa took things that they developed in-house and closed source them because they never open sourced them to begin with. You don't, like, their software and firmware is still open source because that was always open source. Something that was open source is. They didn't restrict something. And I think saying that they're a scam company because of that is pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
Could you read it out one more time? And I'm just gonna like put a little finger up every time I hear something that I think is wrong.
Prusa stole everything from open source. Now they're fake open source with OCL. F Prusa, buy a Construct 3D or something. You're not going to put a finger up for that. At
No,
least
because
they're
that's
not
just a statement.
fakers like Prusa Marketing BS, such a scam company.
We aren't open source. That we're just straight up not. We never were. We're open by design
Yeah.
because I want to give as much back as possible. But we're not open source. Even on our GitHub, it literally says this is a GitHub repository for customers. You cannot use it commercially. You cannot use it for modification or resale or anything. It is just for customers. We're intentionally doing it in the most lax way possible because then it just is like, whoopsie, we didn't know you took it. But legally, we're not open source. I've always
Yeah.
said open by design. And that's just to keep our backs safe in case we needed to do something. We have a design protection on the shape and form of the machine. That's not very open source. And while I personally love open source and I will do everything in my power to enable open source, we're technically not open source. Just saying. Also, do buy a Construct 3D. Like, just do it. Please. Please.
Yeah.
I need a new car.
Is it completely dead?
Yeah, it's currently in a specialist garage for electric vehicle repair. But to say how many warning lights went off, it's easier to say all of them.
Fair.
They did all go off.
So
The
Nomad.
only thing that didn't fail is the 12-volt battery that I replaced myself.
Well, that's a plus. It's one less thing you have to replace now.
It's a really cheap 12-volt battery as well.
Yep. I'm telling you, should have gotten a gas car. I know. I'm a huge proponent for electric vehicles. Should have gotten a gas car, but I'm not going down that rabbit hole right now. Nomad sends me a DM saying, by downloading files covered under OCL, you agree to the license terms which makes it a contract. As such, you can make mods. If you make an accessory that attached to the printer using the CAD as a reference, you can sell it under whatever license you want. If you make an accessory that is a replacement or modification of an original file, then you cannot sell it. So that's a really good distinction there. So if you put a custom text on a printed part, you can't sell it. But if you wanted to make a custom printed part that references the same screw positions, yeah, go ahead, sell it if you want. Non-commercial means blanket non-commercial, using CC by NC, meaning you can't even use it in commercial environments, even if you don't use it to sell. NC means you cannot use it in any commercial settings. OCL allows use in commercial settings, but disallows sale without a separate license. Positron will be using OCL to prevent poor clones from cropping up, but still working with LDO and anyone else who wants to make high-quality kits of our designs. That is, so the designation of NC has always been a challenge for me as a content creator. Right? Content creators, what we do is technically for commercial purposes. Right? It is. Well, if I make a file and I publish it under NC, or someone, me making it doesn't really make a ton of sense. If someone else makes a file and publishes it under NC and I show it off on the YouTube channel, have I violated their license? Technically, yes. Yes, I have. In the purest form of the license, we have violated it. Will that person care? Probably not. Probably not. And that's where, like, NC really needed some refinement. And I think Prusha said, F it, it's easier for us to define something ourselves. A new thing, starting from the ground up, that addresses all the concerns that we as a organization have with the current Community Commons and GPL licenses that exist, and allows us to provide things to our community, but not, in theory, directly to our competitors. So I think their thought process here is pure, good, even, clean. I'm happy with it. But I do think it's going to need some modification in the future for it to remain reasonably relevant. And I think that they've left that room for modification. So, benefits. The person that just gave us a super chat is technically the owner of said child and said cats, so I'm not certain that... Hi, Rosie. Rosie with the 4.99 pounds. Say, great stream so far. Cats, controversy, and adorable child. Obviously, that is not in any way, shape, or form.
Well, there's no bias.
No bias. Yeah, no bias.
No bias.
You can't own children. Yeah, tell that to the U.S. You know, I'm telling you, man, if we just made a political podcast, good Lord, we would be so rich right now with the amount of bullshit
a political and crypto podcast, we would just be raking it.
The last 4 days, we could have had 1 million views.
Why do I want to do one now just for April Fools?
No.
April Fools. Just one video.
No.
The Crypto Bro part. I'll get like a background that is just like full Crypto Bro. I'll put on like my world's worst
suit. If you want to make a joke about it, that's fine. I will not take it seriously.
No. But that's the thing, is we have to not take it seriously, but do it deadpan. So all the people who actually buy into like the Tesla live stream scam videos still think we're being legitimate. We have to toe the line. We got to do it. Think of all the money. And you have to turn mid-roll like ads on whilst people are watching for that one.
But every 30 seconds, yeah. They have
every 30 seconds.
They have to have an ad every 30 seconds. Just like we remind them to leave a like on the stream and subscribe if they haven't. There's 159 people watching, so thank you all for joining us. Yeah, I like the way that Nomad has presented it. I think that there is... And I haven't watched Tom's video. And I want to be clear. I deliberately did not watch Tom's video before this show. Because...
I did skim it just to see if my sentiment was close.
Mm-hmm.
It was close. Like, none of it has changed my viewpoint. But it was nice to hear a validatory voice to be able to reference later.
So Glenn is bringing up a thing saying, isn't there also an issue with you actually having to defend your license if you see someone breaching it, or you might lose it, or is that only with trademarks? Nomad replies to him saying, yes, you will have to defend it, but with OCL, you can defend it under contract law, which is far easier to do. Fair.
Yeah, it is cheaper and easier to do. However, if you wanted to fight it, it's easier and cheaper to fight. So a lot of people tend to just ignore contract licenses. It goes to small claims court half the time, and it becomes messy because you ain't getting proper lawyers to defend that.
Mhm.
It ain't worth it.
Yeah,
Like if you're doing an OCO license, it's for something cheap.
if you don't have 20 grand to just light on fire, you're not going to court. Contract law, regular open source law, I don't care. You're not going to court. This OCL license to me is the middle ground for Prusa to open their designs up to the community and still be able to sue clones. That's all. And yes, calling it open is a little tough for me, but I also don't have a better name for it.
Yeah, like maybe general community license.
But it's not. It's not general.
No, it's really not.
And calling it like a non-commercial community license that's NCCL. I don't like the way that sounds either. Like I haven't and I've put like many sleepless nights into thinking about what a better word for open would be. And I don't
Oh, I
have
think
a better one.
Candid Parole has the answer. Since Joe, as we all know, loves to put his name on everything, they should call it the Prusa Community License or the Prusa Source License.
I wonder if Candid Prole knows that that was a joke. That Joe had his name on everything. And then Prusa got so big that it was too late to change it. I wonder.
It's like what I did. It's with me with my white and purple Twitch suit get up. I've got the world's most gaudy Twitch suit. And I wore it out in public once and I got two compliments. I'm like, damn, this is my new color scheme.
I mean, that's how
It
it works
stuck.
for dudes. As soon as we get a compliment doing anything, we're like, this is our entire life now.
Oh no, 100%. I just bought a Gambeson in the exact same colorway, so I can go in my Twitch
I
streamer
don't know what
side
that
and
means.
then get it's the sword fighting protective jacket.
Oh, of course it is.
It looks great because it's purple and white and it looks great. I have done probably the most like young adult thing that anyone can do with a little bit too much disposable income, which is buy the microtransactions to look pretty instead of actually learning to get good. So while everyone else is wearing black
I mean,
or black
Botox
and
is
red,
just microtransactions for adults, so.
I know, right? Yeah, mine is pure white with a deep royal purple arm.
My God, that's my hot take of the year so far. Uh, Botox is just microtransactions for adults. So Cannaprol did not know about that, and yeah, Joseph kind of hates it. That Nomad says, and he does. I have spent more time than most interacting with Joe, and this is well before I had a YouTube channel, right? Yes, the YouTube channel does grant me some level of extra access that the general public doesn't get, but my access to Joe himself is because we've been friends for years. We used to talk on the Google Plus groups for 3D printing, which prior to Google Plus shutting down, that's where the 3D printing community was. I remember the Google Plus groups of Joe saying that he's going to start a company and it's going to have this whole name and it's going to be a great joke. And he wasn't expecting it to turn into the company that it is today. The same way that Pinda, Pinda, is Czech slang for penis. Like, a lot of these are jokes that people just don't get, and it's fine because it's an inside joke. But yeah, Joe is one of the more humble individuals that is worth an obtuse amount of money. That man is worth tons of money, and he's done a lot of work to get there. But he is incredibly humble, and there are so many things that he does for this community that people don't know. And I could go into further things, but I'm doing my best to like not sound like I'm just filleting Joe constantly. But I do think he is the champion of this industry that we do need, but unfortunately has gotten somewhat of a bad rap because of the way that his name is on everything. So
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
funny because I kind of love just the whole like, oh shit, my face is everywhere now vibe. But he has kind of been villainized for it,
Yeah.
just a bit.
Yeah. Um, yeah.
Yeah,
It is.
I do feel for him a little bit because
I
actually no, I feel for him quite a lot. Like having your name on something is supposed to be a very personally like big achievement thing,
Here's something you
and it's
should know,
kind of eroded that.
Jacob. How could you tell that we were walking up to Prusa Research when we walked up to Prusa in Prague? How did you know?
Is this a false question? Because I didn't know. I
Correct.
couldn't
You only knew
see
because I told
much.
you.
Yeah, like there is no
There's no
signs.
sign.
There is no words. There's no big billboard.
Nope.
There's no face painted on the side.
Nope.
I mean, the only sign I could probably pull
It's
is
like
there's a lot of people with
it's like
Prusa
this
lanyards
big
walking around.
on the front door. Like, yeah, like it. Now there used to be a big billboard on the side of was it on the side of Chernobyl?
Yeah.
Or it wasn't on Nakatomi because they don't own that building. It was on the side of Chernobyl, their main building. All the buildings have different names. They're Samurai, Nakatomi, and Chernobyl. Just let it
I
go.
still think Samurai's the best building.
Okay, but the last time I was there, it was a coffee shop. It was the Samurai coffee shop, hence why it's called Samurai. It is a really cool building, and I'm glad that they have that now because that means they own most of that parking lot. However, Prusa doesn't really advertise on the side of their buildings, which I legitimately think is a miss.
I think it's a missed opportunity because that is probably one of the most important companies in the country.
Yeah. And Glenn, I mean, Glenn is the perfect example to be making this comment. Running a company is effing hard in itself. Doing it while also being such a public face must be something else. Brother, it is. And that's from my perspective as a business owner and having a public face in this industry. Joe is at a level above me, well above me. But I can tell you it's tough for me because I have to have these differences of opinions for Grant, the owner of 3D Musketeers, the company, and Grant, the face of 3D Musketeers, the YouTube channel. And yes, is John McClane on event in Nakatomi? Yes. Yes, he is. In many places in Nakatomi. It's a whole thing, and it's awesome. But yeah, while I recognize that OCL presents no precedent, neither does any of the open source until a precedent is set. Nothing has a precedent until precedent is set. You have to go to court and defend OCL. So Prusa will have to go to court, defend OCL, or someone will have to go to court and defend OCL properly for a precedent to be set. And that is where, as a business, I highly suggest that other businesses pump the brakes on adopting OCL. Highly recommend it because there isn't a precedent set. And if you are the one forced to set the precedent, you are the one that is forced to pay the money. It'd be better to let the company that made it, Prusa Research, be the ones that absorb the cost of setting that precedent. That is what they're going to have to do to make this, like, this is now a, hey, let's not be dicks to each other license. For it to be more than that, we have to see it be successfully, like, done in court. What was with the balloon?
Oh, there's the hallway has 6 bajillion balloons in because it was my birthday yesterday.
That's right.
And
It
we
was
just
your
shoved them
birthday
in the
yesterday,
hallway.
but I didn't.
It was my birthday yesterday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
I'm old now. Yeah.
How old
I
are
don't
you?
even want to talk about it. I'm now in my 29th year,
Jacob,
meaning
I'm
I'm 28.
36 this year.
Oh,
Your birthday
no,
was
I am
yesterday. Amber's
28.
birthday's on the 10th, and my birthday's on the 15th. So. Oh,
Yay! I got
Nomad DM'd
old.
me more. Great, great. Oh, I guess for $50 I have to go read his messages right now. I'm joking.
Yeah, of
He
course
said
you
it. He
do.
said. I said in chat, but I'll post it here too. In technicality, it is open to the community because the community can do almost anything they want with the files. It is not open to commercial, but it is more open than CCNC. So source available is more appropriate term, but open community is fine, in air quotes. To anyone arguing that OCL, anyone could steal someone's design, yeah, that's the same with every other source available or open source license, EX Dummy 13. Yep, it's true. And I would even further argue that there is no such thing as stealing in open source as long as you post the source files.
I would agree. The whole point of open source is it is something you are giving back kindly. That doesn't mean that they can be taken. You've given it.
And because
it's a gift.
Lawyers have always been so expensive that open source has always been a bit of a handshake agreement, right? The, hey, let's not do this to each other. And yeah, that's right. Mad Cat's going to be 60 in just a few days.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, big 6-0. Big 6-0. Mad Cat, can I send you like a cane or an AARP card? I'm being mean. Mad Cat's on our team. He is the staff writer on our team. Honestly, one of my favorite random hires on the team, because he always presents a unique perspective that nobody else seems to on the team, and I really appreciate the hell out of that. And yes, yeah, call us youngins, I don't care. My body is worse than most of yours.
My right knee feels like death at all times, so I'm already halfway to the
Remember, Jacob,
upper ages.
Only a couple of months into my 30s, I destroyed my back. So, you got 1 year left of youth. Then I'll send you a cane.
Technically in 1 year, which will be my 29th, I am officially in the middle-aged quartile.
That is a terrible way to say that. Yeah. So I think OCL is a step in the right direction. Do I think it's perfect? No, but I don't think any of them are perfect. Prusha even says right here, important, OCL applies to intellectual property, not physical products. If you bought a Core 1, it's yours. Sell it, modify it, do whatever you want. OCL covers the CAD file, designs, and the source code you download. The terms above apply to what you create from that IP, not the hardware you already own. Again,
okay.
I think it is way better than CCNC. It is the license that I think we as a community need. I do think calling it open is
I don't like the open bit. That's what I have the problem with, is open.
So like one of the things that like you've been around me when I've enacted this principle as well. It always comes up with food, right? If you don't want something, say it, but you better have another option. Yes. Right? So like if you don't want to go here for food, present another option. That's fair, right? I don't like the term open, but I don't have a better option, so I've generally kept my mouth shut about it. Like, community open license is COL, but I think COL stands for something else. I think that I don't think OCL has another like industry terminology.
I think it just needs like another word instead of open, like accessible or general, or just something else that is close enough to being open but doesn't actually have the same connotations as open source.
Yeah. AARP and free Denny's meals. That's right, John Olson. And by the way, for any of you like that are wondering, you can get an AARP card at any age, and it's pretty great. Soundspark says, remember the CC by ND Benchy scandal that ended up being made public domain? That is mainly because the company that bought the IP to the Benchy didn't even know they bought the IP to the Benchy.
Yeah, let that one sink in.
They didn't
know.
Just
let that one sink in.
And it was because of all of us making noise about it that they actually did something. So the way that I see it, OCL is not the perfect name for it. I don't have a better option, so OCL is fine. I think that it is a living document. Oh my god, someone just sent 20 memberships. That's going to take a bit for me to say.
Oh my god.
It is going to be a living document, and I think that that's good. That is what we want. But I think the name might need a little bit of tweaking.
I think it's
refining.
I honestly have no issue with having a stronger, more corporate focused license. I just don't like the name. It kind of implies something.
John Olson, the Oracle, OCRCL, the Open Community Restricted Commercial License. Now, if you could make it Oracle would probably sue you, but that would be funny. Jonathan Bush sent 20 memberships. I'm going to blaze through these. Jimmy got one. DJ Hollandesia. I always know the person, but I forget their name, their specific name.
Grant, you said you're going to blast through this.
Shut up, Jacob! Mike V, OG Payne, Greg Corey Tech, Cyber Tech, Collie 3D. Hey, Collie, I got a haircut! Tiburum, the KCJW, Mad Max, Darius Adams, there it is. Joseph Griner, Dune 591, Havoc 3D, Country Line Bag Masters, MDL 4042, Tactical Printing. Editor Adam's here. Hi, Editor Adam.
Hey, hello, Adam.
Now you can see the behind the scenes videos that you edit. Hooray! Saxophone guy Richard and Richard Martin all got memberships. And Rexit82 with the $5 saying, Contract 3D 2026 Roadmap episode. I'm stuck on the product ladder comment Jacob made on the Bondtech Discord months ago. We can do an episode like that.
Yeah, we could.
Talk about
it actually forces me to actually finish the roadmap now, because we're redoing a 3-year roadmap. We have so much to cover.
Yes, that reminds me, I should probably release the 360 footage from China that I haven't done yet. I'm a bad person. Our whole
that 360 footage was so fun though.
Yes, I know. I have 2 versions of it, but I think one is a little bit lower quality than the other. Whatever, I don't care. Yeah, I think we can talk about the OCL until we're blue in the face, but I think a lot of it will come down to it was released on December 19th, 2025. Okay. Yep. It is January 4th, 2026 as of recording this episode. There is so little time of this being out in the world, and I think we need to wait and see. We just have to see. Do people do this? Do they use it? Do they like it? Do they not use it? Do they hate it? I mean, we've seen plenty of printables profiles, really saying that, hey, I disagree with this. And I think a lot of them are stuck on the open in OCL. I would argue that if you are stuck on that and don't like that it's called Open Community License, come up with a better name and put it in the comments to this video, podcast, however you're watching it. Because I will promise you that somebody from Prusa will be watching this. Joe himself might be watching this. I don't know if you are. Yo. If not, I'm sure some Prusa employee is watching this. They will see the comments. And if we can find one that is a better answer, that keeps OCL, because if you change what it's called, you now have to rewrite the entire thing. But if you keep the designation OCL, it can probably be done relatively cleanly. Let's find a way. Let's find a way. That's all that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a better way. Right. One big club. No. Um,
I
yeah.
think honestly, just doing what is best for the community is asking the community.
Mhm.
Just get everyone to give feedback. Like
But that's what
there
they've
is
done.
enough.
That's what they've done.
Yeah, but like actually have a poll. Like you don't have to use the data, but have a poll of different names and give them reasons why. Just things to gather data instead of just choosing the word open. Because I know why. Open is the community. It's open community, not open source. But couldn't you just call it the community license instead then? Instead of the open community license? Why does it have to have the word open in the first place? So if you're going to have the word open, have it mean something. Instead of OCL, it could have just been CL.
Yeah. I'll be curious to see what comes of it. I was reading through the
Open-ish
comments.
community license.
Openish community license. I love it. Um, you don't want to be a 3D printer community license because it's for more than just 3D printers. It is a new kind of standard. Um, Ella Fox has been one of the big, like, we've got a problem here. So Ella left a comment on the Prusa blog saying, was able to log in, but I left my comment on the GitHub repo as well. How does the license change the situation versus other licenses with similar goals? The CERN OHLS protects creators to the same degree as such in the OCL, whilst also being written non-specific to 3D printing. Number two, were the Prusa legal team, excuse me, aware of the CERN OHLv2 license existence before considering to make their own? I feel like it has been missed during the initial information gathering. 3. Can we get an official statement on the compatibility towards the CERN OHL in brackets PWS, different versions of it, but also towards other licenses? Many open source products already utilize the existing MIT, GPL, Apache, etc. And whilst they are not generally suitable, it should remain a creator's choice for what licenses they want to run for a compatibility with Prusa's work. A compatibility chart or something simple language would help creators pick a license for them. I agree on the compatibility chart thing. 4. Prusa have used modified versions of other people's work in the past to help their products come to market. Case in point, MMU2S and MMU3 included many community modifications to improve its reliability. Can we expect Prusa commit to compensating those community members fairly with this new license?
No,
Well, I mean,
it was open source.
yeah, those were
Therefore
open
free.
source. Like
They
if
were
the
open source, therefore free.
if if those community members release their files under OCL, Prusa would have to work out some sort of, license with them. Um,
Wait. Would they? Because it's derivative of the original media.
I'm not a lawyer. That
Because
is
it
that's a little
says
too
you're
deep
not
for me
allowed
to
to
understand.
modify modifications for personal use only, not for publication. Publicizing it would violate the OCL because then they would be trying to monetize it. If they didn't try to monetize it, then it's implied it's free. Prusa can take it anyway.
Yeah. Mitch
Yeah,
3D says, I just think open source licenses don't stop IP theft, just like patents don't protect anything unless you can afford to pay the legal fees. Yep, pretty much. Glenn is asking, what do we think of the open print tag system and should they get on it as a manufacturer? Um, I think the standard is nice. I'm not a huge fan of the tags because the tags don't. It's like the tags that Bambu uses, Creality uses, and all that. They're just a singular tag on a rolling spool. The Prusa tag is one big tag that goes around the outside of the spool. I believe it doesn't hurt to make your spools compatible with it. No reason not to. Um, but I'm not certain that their sticker implementation is the right implementation, in my opinion. And no, your microphone, it's something to do with the voice isolation that's going on. All of a
interesting.
sudden, we can hear the whole room, and then a quarter of a second later, it comes back to you being, like hyper focused
I
on.
think I might know what it is.
It's fine. I'm not going to worry about it.
I'm going to move my laptop
It's
because
not that
I'm
big of
going
a
to
deal,
stand up.
Jacob.
There was a cat.
Yeah, you
Next to the
can't. You
microphone.
cannot. Look, you've upset the cat. No, stop it. No,
It's
you,
all right. It's only Honey.
You,
the good cat is this cat.
son of
Look,
a bitch.
look.
You
The good
son
cat
of a
is this
bitch.
cat.
You and your mother is nothing of that. Your mother is a lovely lady.
There you
go. You, sir,
adorable.
It is the law. It is. I am reporting you to the cat community. You are not allowed. If there is a cat in your lap, it is law. You are not allowed to move. You will be late to meetings. You will be late to work, and it is acceptable because there is a cat in your lap. You getting up with a cat in your lap violates international cat laws. Bad Jacob.
Sure?
No catnip for you.
Oh.
That is akin to abuse. You have made a comfy cat uncomfy. Your laptop can sit somewhere else, Jacob. Now the cat has to go find another place to be comfy. That isn't you. It's your fault.
Fine. Okay. Look, I didn't know
your
I did
significant
something
other
so
agrees with me. Your significant other agrees with me, Jacob. Ha! You lose.
It's okay. It's only Honey.
Good sir.
Honey is horrible.
Good day,
God
sir.
damn it.
I'm just going to change this to a one piece because I can do that. And I'm going to change it back to a two piece.
No, don't do that. Bring me back. I can hear her laughter from upstairs. It's so
You win nothing.
Loud.
Good day, sir.
Oh.
Everybody is saying I'm right. And you know that is a very uncommon thing in this in this channel, let alone in these live streams. Yeah, take back the likes for Jacob. And if you like the video because of Jacob's mustache, unlike the video.
Oh no, Grant, you're gonna suddenly realize all like 11 likes on my side have just disappeared.
Don't care. I will deal with less likes on this video because you violated international cat law. Not that international law means anything in the United States right now, but you, sir, have violated international cat law. That is sacred. That is sacred, sir.
It's okay. Honey's coming back. Look, Honey's coming back. Where is he? Stop laughing.
Damn it,
You're
the
so
cat
loud.
came right. Honey, this is not how this works. You're supposed to not go to him the rest of the show. This is
there we go.
Victoria, get over here. Stop sleeping in your tree. Show him what international cat law means. She's asleep in her tree. She does not care. Oh my god, how many likes are on the stream?
This is too good.
YouTube has really messed that up right now. I'm trying to see, where the hell do I see that now? 82 likes. Okay, 82 likes and 180 people watching. We gotta pump those numbers up. Hey, we hit our goal for the first time in a while. Let's go. Durdackle with the €5 saying, excuse me, my cats would like to know where they should send the indictment. It's true.
Well, yeah, it's easy.
Jacob's
you can Google my name and it will show up. Literally, you can Google my name and my home address shows up.
Yeah, Victoria's
send me birthday
right
gifts. Do it.
Victoria sleep in her tree is the most cat thing of all. Yeah, I think Amber went out roller skating. So Victoria's not with her. I can see her in her tree. Look, a part of 2026, we are going to be building a fully IoT controlled cat tree. So that we can like have it dispense treats when we get gift donations during streams. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, I love these cats so much. They are amazing.
Cat's pretty great. Cat's pretty great. So I'm gonna keep reading through the comments and see. Let's see. We have Joe Maker saying, I'm sorry, but this is incomprehensible. Please provide an explanation on what the purpose is and exactly what the prohibit activity is. Please provide a concrete example. In quotes, licensors' products and or components under OCL must not be subject to any systematic or automated text and or data mining or other text and or data collection activity in relation to the product without explicit permission. That makes perfect sense to me. You can't data mine and data collect on OCL stuff. Moving on. Let's see. I am trying to see how many like other negative comments are, and I'm there. Yeah, anti-AI. It is an anti-AI statement. That's all that it is.
Yeah. Oh, is
Kerman,
my
I do
camera
not
being
appreciate
weird
the
and laggy
use.
for people?
What?
People are saying I'm a bit stop motiony. Does
Yeah,
that look
yeah.
on your side?
Yeah, it always has.
Interesting.
It's fine.
Rosie has just come into the living room to see get a cup of coffee, and she's just seen the streaming setup. Yes, that is a cat food box on the TV stand.
It's pretty jank. Yeah, there's a picture of it in our Discord if you want to join at the $10 tier and higher. Yes, we pay gate our Discord. And
you can just walk across.
And that's so we can stop the BS occurring. Ka-chow!
What's even funnier for everybody on the stream, Rosie just got out of major surgery the other day. Yes. And is really not supposed to be running.
Or walking, I assume.
You're right.
But maybe it's because, you know, her significant other didn't set her up with the appropriate needs before he started his multi-hour stream. And therefore, she's having to take care of herself because, you know, her caregiver's not able to do it because he's a piece of crap and makes cats move for him. It's bullshit.
I'm so glad she's not on her phone listening to
She'll
this,
hear it back later.
She would agree with you. She's giving me such bombastic side eye.
As you should.
Absolute bombastic side eye.
As you should. Cat's comfort is more important than yours. We've been over this. Okay, so I would like to know your all's opinion on OCL, whether you're in the comments or in the chat, and we'll go through some of them here in a bit. I guess so. Did I talk about on stream about me stabbing myself in the foot? Did I talk
No,
about
you
that?
didn't. You sent me the picture, and oh my god, was that bad?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I caught a ricochet of a kitchen knife when I was making dinner a week before Christmas. So it was a week before Christmas Day. I caught a ricochet. So everyone knows you don't catch a falling knife. You jump out of the way, which is exactly what I did. I've worked in a kitchen long enough. I know I jumped out of the way. Well, it landed handle side down onto an anti-fatigue mat. So it bounced.
Yeah.
And it bounced sideways into the side of my foot. Okay. So if this is your foot with your foot arch, it hit me right there.
Interesting.
About that far from my ankle bone. Okay. It did. I have my calipers here. I can tell you exactly how long of a cut it made because I am barefoot currently. The cut is... It is a hair over an inch. It is 25.68 millimeters long. And it is probably at least that deep. Thankfully, we keep our knives very sharp. And yeah, it bled a lot. And if people don't know this about me, I have a problem with my own blood. I am generally fine with other people's, but my own, it causes my blood pressure to tank, and I vasovagal. So my blood pressure will drop, and I'll pass out. Amber wasn't here, so I started calling her. And we have this system. If you call twice, I'm answering. I don't care where I'm at. If you call me twice in a row, I'm answering the phone. And I said, hey, I think I need to go to the hospital. I'm bleeding everywhere. And at this point, my kitchen looks like Dexter Morgan had just spent the afternoon in there. The entire floor has got red spots on it. There's blood everywhere. Okay. And she's like, I'm gonna need you to send me some photos.
Outside of your body.
What?
At least your blood was on the outside of your body.
I mean, that's fair. So she's like, I'm gonna need you to send me some photos. Okay. She's like, you're gonna probably want to sit down. You're right. So I go to sit on the floor. I take some photos and I send them to her. She's like, yeah, you're gonna probably want stitches. So I'm like, let me check my insurance. As I'm working on this, I'm like, oh nope, I'm gonna pass out. Boom, I'm out. Now I was laying down at that point, so I didn't get hurt. The fun thing about passing out from your like when you're bleeding profusely like this is that your blood pressure drops too. And that means as soon as you come to, you are not bleeding anymore. So I just put a whack ton of pressure on this thing, and we've put some butterflies on it over the course of a week. It is healing. It is not healed. So far, it hasn't got infected, so we're doing good. Yeah. Great times. Great times. So.
Are you at least able to walk on it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's lucky.
Oh, now you're really far away. It is on the side of my foot, so I was actually able to walk on it even the day of the injury. But I was walking like this, so the injury was up here, and I was walking on this side of my foot. So, people are saying,
sounds like you lucked out.
buddy, your microphone, nobody can hear you.
But my laptop is right here. Hello?
Oh, now it's way better.
That shouldn't have affected the microphone
it
at all.
absolutely did.
No way.
Absolutely did. Listen back to it later. I don't care. Yeah, so people are saying super glue. I didn't have super glue handy. See? It does. It does. Gotta be close. Yeah. I think you have...
I wonder if this is workplace Zoom, because it's my work laptop. I think I automatically have noise suppression on it.
Well, I also believe that you have multiple mics on your computer, and it was seeing you as off axis, so it wasn't focusing on you. Yep. So yeah, I am okay now. I'm still. What was that? I missed that. Oh.
For the last like 3 minutes, Rosie's been like, "Don't you dare come over here! Don't you do it!" And then Percy's like,
yeah. And Chris Catlett says,
"You want to be on camera again?
You only ever glue a wound closed if you are 100% certain that it is clean." Hello, Percy, with balloons. Say hi, everybody. Say hi to the kid.
The internet is saying hi to you.
There is a small child. How old is she? 6?
Yeah.
6. She's
Yep.
absolutely adorable. And yeah, hey, Layers Lily is here. Saying that she loved the printed solid video. It was fun. I'm glad you guys liked that video. That was a lot of work.
Oh no, this is bad for my heart. I'm finding this too funny. Why are bloody 5-year-old so bloody cute?
She's 6.
Almost.
Oh, okay.
End of the month. Next month. End of next month. Okay. Big girl now.
Pez Liz with the 13 months basic support saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you too, Liz. She's almost as tall as you, Dale Dickey says.
I mean, she's just tall, huge, almost as tall as her mother.
I
hope the microphone could pick up
super
that.
glue for wounds. Do not put methylene chloride on wounds. My God.
I mean, it will like fuse it together. Downside, it will fuse your DNA together as well. You do not want that.
Don't do that.
Methylene chloride, not even once.
Not even once. Not even
once.
All right. So Jacob, final thoughts on OCL.
Good first step. Needs improvement.
Your microphone changed again completely. There's now a buzzing.
Give me a second. Fuck. No. Noise removal back onto medium instead of low.
Oh my God! Yes, it's so much better.
Okay. Noise removal stays on this. Okay.
Tech Cheaper.
OCL license.
Made me a supervillain. A Grant autobiography. That's fair.
That's fair. But no, the OCL license. I give it a solid B+. It is a good first step with the right amount of protections in the right areas. However, there's no case law on it because it's never been used. And it's not enforceable by governments because it's never been used. They're not picking it up. The only real way to get momentum is if everybody suddenly started switching over to it, which is recommended to make it working. Like if people don't change over to it, it's useless. It doesn't matter if only 2 people use it, it's useless.
Yeah.
So B
We have to see
plus.
it adopted. We have to see it hold up in court. Those are the things that are there. I was gonna give it like a B plus A minus. So just to be different than you, I will give it the A minus.
But aren't they the same thing?
No,
Isn't a B plus the same as an A minus?
no. One is
Aren't
an
they?
A, one is a B. If Percy came home with a B plus or an A minus, which one are you happier for?
B plus.
Get out of here. You're
Do you
wrong.
know why?
You're wrong.
No, it's the same reason.
A is better.
No,
A is
no,
better.
no. It's the same reason for like medals.
Oh.
Gold, you're the best. Silver, oh, you're just not quite gold. Bronze,
Second is
wow,
the
you
first
got a
loser.
medal.
As the great philosopher Nelly has told us over many years, that 2 is not a winner and 3 nobody remembers, okay? He is a philosopher. Probably. Yeah, Beater Printer, B plus is 1 step down from A minus. You know
Okay.
why? Because it's
a
got
bronze
B
medal.
in it and not A.
B for bronze, and bronze is best medal because it means you got a podium and you didn't get a gold.
No.
Silver is the saddest. That's
No.
what S in silver means. Sad medal. You
B
didn't
is for
get gold.
basic, Rosie says. B is for basic. You're losing. You have lost every argument so far. You know what? I was like, Rosie could present some level of distraction for him in the streams, but she's agreeing with me. I'm fine with this.
She's ganging up on me. It's okay. B is for B grade shares, for basic bit shares. It's okay. That's an inside joke, and now Rosie's trying really hard not to cry on the floor.
You probably shouldn't be making those jokes, good sir. A minus, according to Jib, is 90 to 92%, and a B plus is 87 to 89%. A minus is better than B plus, so I'm going with A minus.
I'm sorry. What?
Welcome
Oh,
to
this is your
States.
stupid American system. Oh, okay.
So,
In the UK, anything above a 70 is an A.
Well, you're wrong.
Straight up. And then it's 10% for B, 10% for C, 10% for D, and then everything else is U, meaning it's ungraded.
Nope. 90% and above is an A. 80% to 90% is a B. 70 to 80% is a C. 60 to 70 is a D. Below 60 is an F. There you go. It's easier. That is the one
what is
time.
71%?
That's
what is 71% for you?
That's a C. C's get degrees, baby.
My first class degree was 71%.
That'd be a C. C still gets degrees. So, oh, you want to have a little bit of fun? So,
yeah, go on.
Remember how Cheaty said that we just copied the Bambu board and ours is having problems, right?
Yeah.
This is the Cheaty. This is the Cheaty SSR board, right? The one that catches fire. This is the one that catches fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all backwards to me right here.
Yeah.
That NTC looks like an MOV. It is not. It is an NTC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what NTC that is?
Which one?
It's a 5V.
Is it the same one in the Bambu?
It is. It's 5V15.
So the one that was caught fire in this is the same one catching fire in the Bambu labs.
Nope. No, in this one it was the coil. The common mode choke inductor was what was burning. You can literally see mine is come on. Get there. You can see mine somewhat discolored. It looks kind of red. So, oh, speaking of, I need to take a photo of the bottom of this board and send it to one of the electrical engineers. So, I'm going to tangent a little bit on this, but we have been working with some electrical engineers on this project with the A1. And actually, the one that I've been talking with the most, I had a 5-hour conversation with this gentleman. Super nice, by the way. Super, super nice. He commented on Reddit more or less kind of digging into us, but digging into us in the right ways, was being very proactive.
Critical feedback.
Critical feedback, yes, but being very proactive in that feedback. He the funny thing is, we were on a call together when a new fail came in, and we went through it together. And he's like, how is this happening? And so there's like all these different things that we're going to be checking and adding to. And even he's like, dude, this should not be happening. And I'm like, I know. But Tom's Hardware quoted me in an article. They got Bambu on record stating that there is 0.052% of failure. That is a very specific number, but so far 0.052% of machines sold have failed. And if we look at that time, let's round to 70. That gives them a little over 134,000 machines out there. Bambu claims that as of Q3, in Q3 they made the change. But we have evidence to state that the change didn't ship until like late Q4. And now newer Bambu A1s that are shipping without the NTC completely. It is literally this exact
Wait,
same
so they got
board.
rid of the NTC?
Yep, they just bridged it. So where this NTC on this board blew up, they just put a bridge there.
I mean, if it works, but I'm surprised it's going to pass EMC testing if they did it.
Here's what they also did. It's a different power supply.
Oh, so they're doing the filtering in the power supply?
Don't know. But that's the next thing we're testing. We're now testing that something the change. Now we don't know if the change of the power supply was anecdotal, but the engineers, like, from what I can see, all the failures that I can find that are public on Reddit are using this same power supply. He said all the new ones are using this new power supply. He said, now I'm not certain that there's any correlation here. And I agree. There is no way currently for us to determine if correlation equals causation. But I think it's pretty cool. But yeah.
It is interesting.
So any of you that have A1s, be very curious. On the A1, if you're willing to do this, I'd like to get some information from you all. On the A1 power board, it'll focus. You see right above the SSR, there's a DC. It says 2446. So my general thought, and from what the individual is telling me, it's reasonable. This is a 2024 week 46 board. So it was made on the 46th week of 2024. They did request if I could tell if there was different silk screening on it, but the silk screening all looks the same to me. But yeah, we would like to
Are we thinking they were all made during the same batches then?
No. I have ones that are different. The other one is the version number. So you see right there is a V2. These new boards are V4s. We don't see any V3s in the wild. Bambu states there are only 2 revisions on their website. This is very clearly not on there. And all the dead boards that I have are this exact same revision. So there's at least 3 revisions out there. So there's a lot of testing to still be done. And I'm actually really glad that we have kind of a more refined expert to discuss this, because it will be, now I have like someone who knows a lot more helping me out, but they are also validating the fact that, like, what the hell, why is this happening? So if you have an A1 and you are happy to take it apart and you have a multimeter, we want you to pull the bed off. So like unplug the bed from the AC power board. Make sure your machine is unplugged, obviously, when you do this. Measure the resistance of the bed and do the same thing to the power supply. Measure the resistance of the power supply and send me a DM. If you have an A1 and you don't have a multimeter and you are willing to learn, DM me. We'll get you a multimeter. We'll show you how to do it. So everyone's asking about the A1 Mini. No, it has never been on the A1 Mini. I've said this many times. The A1 Mini is not affected. at all. It has a fan to keep everything cool. It is not affected. And they're asking if we know if the Bambu P2S is safe. We are not a safety bureau. We cannot, under any circumstances, determine whether or not a machine is safe. We can give you our opinion, but we cannot give you definitive answers as to if a machine is safe or not. That is only for a regulatory body. That is not us. There is one major issue that I've seen in the P2S, but it appears to be a very contained single machine issue. We will talk about it next week, where a bed coil from a P2S melted through the P2S.
Interesting. Also, remember everyone, $10 tier or higher on Patreon, gain access to the Discord, and you get to see a very funny behind-the-scenes video
What have you done?
just taken while Grant was making that lovely little speech, posting to the Making Awesome podcast channel. Now, it's uploaded, it's Wi-Fi.
Oh, I was going to say, there's nothing there. I don't see anything.
And now we have a Rosie dying in the corner.
Can you
literal.
be nice to people, for God's sakes?
I am nice to people. I'm nice to our Discord followers at the $10 tier or higher.
So, Nomad,
there you go, it's uploaded.
About the CERN thing, said CERN allows full commercial as long as they post under CERN. We all know no one who is cloning machines will follow that, so CERN forfeits protections that OC allows. That's fair. That is fair. Oh, and then Nepo, you absolute pain. She sent me some photos of 2 4-kilogram boxes from the Haribo factory. I want so bad. The Uber Rasch Schung Skitch. It's German. I don't know what it means. I know it's just the failures. I will mark that unread because I will try to see if I can send money to get a 4-kilogram box of Haribo sent to my house. What are you doing, Jacob? Oh, wait, I can't do that because it'll come through the audio on your side. Never mind. I'm not going to watch this right now.
But it's funny. There's barely any audio, to be fair. It's all silent.
Nope. Yeah, I mean,
I guess people are just going to have to find out at the $10 tier or higher. Double plug, triple plug. If you're getting plugged that much, good for you.
Nope.
I'm not judging.
We don't. It's a company. It is a written company policy. We do not kink shame.
No, but we do kink rank. Kink rank. We will rank your kinks.
I lemon cheesecake. My A1 is so sick and no OCL BS, just good prints. OCL is a distraction from bad printers. I don't have any issues. It's like the one issue I have with this Core 1L right now, and I need to do so much extra testing. It does not like UPSs when they trigger, but it's not consistent. So I've now had twice where the UPS is triggered and the printers happily kept going. But there's been 4 times where it hasn't. So, yeah.
It's interesting. I think I remember reading somewhere, or I spoke to an engineer somewhere, that Prusa has like a current clamp on the beds now.
I think they're reading voltage to the bed. Someone asked if I disconnected the power panic wire yet. No, the machine has been running, and this is going to sound crazy, I took yesterday off. Now,
Grant,
it was not voluntary. My body took yesterday off.
Oh, you were voluntold to take a day off.
Yeah, my body voluntold me, so I have been working from 7 a.m. to about 4:30 to 5 a.m. every single day for the last 10 or 12 days. So I've been putting
I was wondering why you were awake way too early in the day for even our side of the pond.
Yeah.
I was getting messages from you at regular UK time.
Yeah.
That ain't good.
Yeah. And then Friday, my brother was here. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. And we did a bunch of cleaning and organizing and burning. We have the tree that's all cut up that we're burning. I have like room in my garage now. It's pretty awesome. And there's a bunch of printer boxes that are outside that need to get removed. But then I was like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed around midnight because the Friday Maker call ends at midnight Eastern. Well, I started talking with this engineer, and we got off the phone, well, off Discord at 4 a.m. So I wake up Saturday. My alarm on Saturday goes off at 9 a.m. A little bit later, but fine. I get up. My body's like, ha ha ha, no, and I go back, and I'm down all day. Basically, I felt like crap. So, other than yesterday, the Core 1L has been running nonstop for the past 7-9 days, whatever it's been. Yes, I'm using a modified sine wave UPS. Everything in this shop runs on modified sine wave. It's been fine. But I will try a pure sine wave. I have a couple of pure sine waves here in the shop. I will try them. My only problem with the pure sine wave ones that we have is that they are inverter based rather than toroidal based. So the toroid ones, the old UPSs that are toroidal based, they have a fan, so they could cool themselves. So they can effectively run 100% duty cycle. It's totally fine for them to run all the time. And for being in Florida, this is the kind of stuff that I need. Hello, Percy. The pure sine wave ones don't like that. But Prusa themselves say not to run it on a UPS and not to run it on a generator. I just don't think that that is very reasonable.
Yeah. I think with all my gut feel when it comes to electronic design, I think this is just probably a polling rate issue with the firmware with using the current clamp. If
Yeah.
they just extend the polling rate ever so slightly, it should allow it to happen. Because the fact of the matter is yours cuts in and out doesn't always trigger it. It's probably too sensitive.
That's my current thought. So hilariously, the same Bambu electrical engineer dude that we're talking with, he's not from Bambu, he's just helping us on the Bambu thing. He's also very interested in the Prusa thing, so we're working together on that as well. He wants me to get a Rigol scope or some sort of oscilloscope, so I'm going to put together a proposal to Rigol, Keysight, and a few others. Lemon Cheesecake, if you're just going to sit there and troll, I'm just going to mute you from the chat, man. You could either choose to be a part of the community or you can choose to be banned. I don't care. You make the decision yourself. But they want to really dig into this, so we're going to look at getting a scope that can monitor triggers, and I can just unplug the UPS and we can try it. But like, if the Core 1L is bitching, but none of the computers are bitching, none of the other computers are bitching, none of the printers behind me are bitching, like, it is, everyone's like, oh, this is a you problem. I'm like, but it's not. It's not. Because if everything else works fine, then it's not a me problem. It's just not a me problem. Right? And Mad Cat, you don't have to go through and delete anything. I'm going to give them one more chance. But if they want to play that game, they can play the game. I really don't care. But yeah, I really want to dig into it because I don't think it is reasonable that an $1,800 printer cannot be on a UPS. It's not the Core 1L is a farm printer, right? Like, it is designed to run all the damn time. All the damn time. But if it can't, because my power grid is bad, or I live in an area with rough power, I can't rely on the power panic to bring me back. I can't do it. It is not reliable enough, in my opinion. And there's almost always a line where it's not in perfect situ with the print that it was. And so, like, for me, that's the issue. So we'll see.
Yeah. No, I'd agree.
Oh, your camera died again.
Oh, no, give it a second. Give it a second. The Wi-Fi for the TV died, which is probably resetting the video monitor adapter
Oh yeah,
through a
you're back.
USB-C cable.
You're back. You're back. You're back.
Yeah, it just
Um,
updated. Yeah, the TV Wi-Fi just gave up, so
yep.
eh.
So, Lionx is asking, is this power issue the only major issue you've had with the C1L? Yes, that's it. This machine has been so bulletproof that I'm sitting here like, why am I using these GD plus fours? Like, that's how good of a machine this is. It has less warp on big solid PETG parts than the plus fours. The plus fours have chamber heaters. They have effing chamber
Ooh.
heaters. But they also have issues with heat creep because their freaking heat sink fans are terrible. They don't touch the damn heat sink, so you don't get good heat sink cooling. The Core 1L has been an absolute monster. It itself has ripped through over 20 kilograms of PETG since what? Halfway through December is when we brought it online. Well, no, so it's probably been through at least 30.
That's
I calculated. We went through 122 kilograms of material in December.
that's quite a lot, actually.
Yeah. The Core 1L did at least a quarter of that.
That's pretty impressive. That's
And
really
the
impressive.
only failures it had that were its fault. There was one issue that it had where a curled edge, which was 100% my fault. I should have supported it. I didn't. Whatever. Caused it to skip steps. But then I power panicked the machine because I heard it make noise. I quickly power panicked the machine and it fixed itself. There's still a line, but the part that we're doing for that particular customer, I let them know. They're like, we don't care. It's no big deal. I'm like, cool. I don't have to reprint it. But otherwise, flawless. Absolutely flawless. Like, I'm at a point where I'm like, how many C1Ls would I want? Because they're smaller than the Cheaties. They're faster. Now, the only bummer is that they're not going to get Pikas, where the Cheaty is going to get a Pika. And it's like, oh, I really want Pikas.
Ah.
Yeah,
Well,
but...
you never know. With the OCL license, it might end up happening.
Well, no, so it's going to get INDX, and INDX will have a faster hot end.
That is true.
Same solution. Same solution. So...
I have so many things that I want to show, and I can't.
Oh, there's Dreams Void, Doug. 30 kilos since mid-December? That Construct 3D C2 could do that in 4 days. I know. I reached out to Jacob saying we need to have a business discussion to see what we can do to get me a C2 and how long I'm going to have to wait to get one, because I could legitimately be paying off a C2. If I look back at our sales and our margins in 2025, we could pay off a C2 in less than 3 months.
That's actually quite good.
Yeah.
That is really good.
So, and that's full price, right? I'm hoping to get it for a little bit better than full price.
Yeah, we got it for a little bit better than full price, my dude.
I'm gonna try to get it for a little bit
Got
better.
a little bit of the mates rates going on there.
I gotta know the guy is responsible for the thing, okay? He's gonna make me, I'm gonna make him a deal he can't refuse, okay? I'm gonna send Paulie over there. He's gonna threaten his kneecaps, and we're gonna make a deal as part of the mafia. I don't do
Don't worry, I already threaten my kneecaps daily.
do a good mafioso, and I'm upset about this. But yeah, I have been really happy with the Core 1L, but this power issue, literally, like I said in the video, it takes this machine from like a 9 to a 9.5. It's got one stupid thing that pisses me off, and it's such a stupid thing to piss me off, but it does. But it takes from like a 9 to a 9.5 down to a 4. Like, it is below my recommending level right now. But the swing arm squeaks.
Yeah.
You have to oil it.
Oh.
You have to oil it. I know. You have to oil it. And I'm not the only one that has this issue.
We literally, in the factory, we added an entire production testing step to guarantee, like, the Z-rod threaded bolt isn't manufactured slightly too tight because it squeaks if it is. I'm like, no, no squeak. Motors need to be smooth, no squeak. Doesn't matter if it's perfect, no squeak.
Nomad's Galaxy with the $2. I would pay you to never do that impression again. Uh, yeah, so all you have to do is you just have to put a couple of drops of lube in it every now and then. But it is kind of dumb. I think I know what's causing the squeak. But, like, if that's the most nitpicky thing that I can have on your machine, that's a pretty good machine. Yeah, if it's squeaking, just put a drop of oil on it, just on the top and then on the bottom if you can, and it goes away. I would say that is a very reasonable machine if the only thing that Grant can find a thing wrong with it is the fact that it's a little squeaky.
Yep.
But yeah, otherwise, I really do like it. I've got so many like gripes of the Cheaty. Let's go over gripes of the Cheaty. Other than the hot end is just ass in general. It is not a good hot end. I get way too much resonance in my XY movement. I get Z banding in one of the 3 machines. I get okay Z banding in one of the other 3 machines. And then the 3rd machine has no issues with Z banding. We've got they use bushings on the bottom of the X-axis and bearings on the top. The bushings loosen heavily over time, so the damn thing wobbles quite a bit. They
Such
have
a weird choice.
They have issues with grabbing the filament when you reload filament. I do like they have a tangle detection system. It's just their filament sensors on a spring, and if you completely depress the spring, it triggers the filament runout sensor. Great, love that. But it doesn't know if it's stopped extruding, and I have a pile of failed prints because it doesn't know if it stopped extruding. It has issues maintaining chamber temperature because it will overdraw. So if I set them to like between 45 and 50, depending on the machine, they will always go above. So if I set it to 45, it will level out around 48. If I set it to 50, it'll level out around 52. If you turn on the chamber fan to remove some of that heat, it just pulls in cold air from everywhere and ruins your print.
Interesting. That's such a design oversight.
Yeah. And it is so loud compared to the Core 1L, and they're not as fast. So. But they're almost a third of the price. So.
Yeah, but arguably, now this is the one of the things that got me into making printers. If you have to keep buying machines to do individual jobs because the last one wasn't good enough, maybe stop buying those machines. Maybe it is worth going to the more expensive one. Though conversely, as long as the cheaper one actually works, go with that one as well.
Right.
But if it doesn't work, like Z banding, which can be killer for like aesthetic prints, I ain't buying that, Chief.
Hold on. Let me. It is. I will sand it to make it a sellable print. But let me show you the worst Z banding that I've seen ever. Now I can only show. I'll show the backside. So the backside is something that I can show. Can you see it? Can you see the freaking lines? And it is all over this.
That is terrible.
Yeah, and it is like, oh my, you can feel it. It's so bad. So thankfully, these are not parts that need to be pretty. This part weighs 1,800 grams for reference, people. I will sand it because it does not have a tight tolerance. Its tolerance is plus or minus 3 millimeters for the customer.
I know you're gonna scrape card it.
No, I'm gonna sand it. It's faster. I'm just gonna sand it. But yeah, that came off of a +4. The mirror of that part is sitting on the Core 1L and it looks perfect. No issues at all. Mitch said, I'm seriously wondering what happens if you add an EMI noise suppression filter for AC. I think it's just an inductor and capacitor to filter any noise. We use them for CNC spindle VFDs. These are all things we're going to be testing. All things we're going to be testing. So
a lot of power supplies have low band filters built into them. the EMC filters filter out high band filters, so you end up getting clean power for everything.
Yeah,
So they're good together.
We're just gonna be learning. We're gonna be learning. For now, the Core 1L is still on the UPS. I am willing to roll the dice right now. It wasn't until it kept going once on a UPS. I thought it was always going to fail on a UPS, and at that point, I was going to pull it off the UPS. But I realized the UPS that I use for my networking gear is pure sine wave. So I might just move the Core 1L over to that UPS and see. But
one of the cats unplugged my power cable. The dicks! They know I need this!
It's
How are they so smart?
You violated international cat law. Of course they're going to do it.
Oh, I'm getting punished now.
Yeah.
Goddamn international cat law.
This is what you get for violating international cat law. This is your fault. You have nobody to blame but yourself.
Okay, that goes in there. The square peg goes in the square hole.
No! No! His divine cat. Jacob's being sanctioned by cat kind. That's right. Yeah, this is what you get. This is what you get. But, yeah, dude, otherwise, the C1L has been an absolute monster. And, like, here's the funny thing is that it wasn't approved for business yet. It got approved on an emergency basis.
Really?
Yeah. We needed more machines. So we needed more machines that had the build size that were also fully enclosed. Fun fact, always check with your customers if they make an automated system to send you emails when they get orders so you can make the parts for them. Check with them to make sure there aren't any that slip through the cracks. Because they'll reach out to you asking what happened to this order, and you will check your email and it won't be there.
What are you doing down here?
Your microphone's gone again. Oh, they brought you a top hat.
Bedtime, Percy. There we go.
And the goggles on. Didn't I? Can take the goggles off.
I can take. Oh, that was my laptop hitting my toes. Oh, that's heavy. Oh,
And mommy said,
Rosie has now found out you're down here. Are you enjoying this? Are you loving this? Are you enjoying being on YouTube?
The hat does work well for you with this current look.
Yeah, so
Yes, yeah. You
you want me to put the goggles on? Fine, I'll put the goggles on. Where did you get this?
So you're gonna listen to a child, but you're not gonna listen to a cat?
Yeah. Children have grudges. Cats love me.
Cats have grudges, Harvey.
Okay. There we go. This is the most scuffed stream I've ever done, and I'm loving this. I hope you all are loving this.
Jacob
Remember,
is, for
like
those
and subscribe.
that are listening audio only, Jacob currently has a decent sized top hat on. It's not a Doug Dimabone, right? Is that Doug Dimabone? I think.
Doug Dimmadome.
Dimmadome, yes, yes. Sorry. With some goggles that are very steampunky. Doug Dimmadome of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. That is correct. Dreams Void with the 2 pound saying Jacob broke the cat treaty. That's right. That's right. But yeah, I've been very happy with the C1L. And even though it's expensive, it's like acceptably expensive because it's been working really well.
Here.
Yeah.
So
I'm glad because the Core 1L, from everything I've seen, has been probably the nicest quality of life upgrade just in printers possible. Because it's just a bigger Core 1, and I like it.
It is only 10% bigger on the outside, but it's 50% bigger volume, and it's half a kilo lighter. Now, hilariously, it is on a table that has wheels, and the table has moved quite a bit because the machine shakes. But you expect that when you're running. I'm running 28 cubic millimeters per second with PETG. Perfect. Change nothing.
This is it. This is it for the rest of the stream for me.
Change nothing.
I'm not taking this off now.
Change nothing. Yeah, I do want to try the
Uh,
GD Max 4 because I guess they made a lot of changes, but dude, you saw how big the Max 4 was at Formnext. It's like 390 by
yes.
390 by 340. It's huge. Oh my god, you do look like Slash. Oh, this is so frustrating now.
I look like Slash.
Oh my god. I'm upset with this. You look too much like Slash. I'm upset. Rob Lutter, it is your responsibility. I need Jacob next to Slash in the Making Awesome podcast channel in the Discord. You, sir, have earned yourself that title. You, sir, must maintain that title of the person that makes fun of Jacob for the way that he looks every single stream.
Damn right. It's part of the rite of passage now. Every stream needs to have you making fun of me. Next one, I'll wear my new sword fighting outfit and get really hot in it because it is so stupidly insulated.
Uh,
I can't read the chat now, though. I hope you know this.
yeah, I read the chat for you. It's fine. Not too much going on. Someone asked if we knew the story about how Slash got his top hat. I don't know. I don't know that story. But, Jacob, what are your predictions for 2026?
So many index machines. I'm expecting at least 6 index machines hitting the market. One from every major player that isn't the big boys, which is just Bambu Lab at the moment.
Wait a minute. So are you saying 6 companies are going to release printers with Index on it in
That's
26?
my assumption.
Okay.
Or at least an index clone. Because China will clone index no matter what you do. So that's my thing. I think there'll be 6 individual companies releasing an index printer.
No, Google, I don't mean IDEX, index. I mean INDX. Jesus Christ. Yeah, please fix the goggles. They're wonky and they're bothering everybody on the
Yeah,
chat.
they're barely fit. The elastic is like not overly cut. There we go. Done.
All right, what else do you have?
I think we're gonna see the rise of hotter temperature nozzles, at least 350 degrees for PPS and PPU printing in particular, because I think that is going to become a community favorite for engineering. And I'm gonna say now, I think the price of that material is going to come down quite considerably because a lot of people are going to want to print it with it.
PPS specifically? Or
Yeah, PPS specifically.
okay. Okay, what else you got?
We already had last year the enclosed and heated chambers, right?
Yeah, that's already happened.
Cool. That's already happened.
If you want to say that that's going to continue, sure.
I think that's going to continue. They're just going to get better at not putting heaters directly blocked by beds. Quitting.
Yeah. Dude, I'm looking at like putting a Panda Breath in the Prusa just to make sure that I have something that can heat up the chamber.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I think the big one, however, now this is the one that I think the industry is going to move to because it's stagnated with hardware, is 36 or 48 volt systems.
Anything you want to add? I've got 6 companies to make index printers or index clones, more high temp nozzles and hot ends 350C and above, PPS prices to drop drastically, enclosed and heated chambers to continue, and 36 or 48 volt systems. Any more predictions you have?
I think tool changers might become more popular, but I don't think that's a prediction. That is just
That's on my list. You can go to hell.
I'll
add it here, so.
But that's it. That's just a faint one. I think tool changers are in this weird middle ground with index and everything coming out. A lot of companies are scared, so they are unlikely to develop one on their own because of index.
Glenn is saying that he's not sure Bondtech wants to work with that many of manufacturers, and I have to agree with Glenn. I think they're going to be very, very specific as to who they let integrate. They will be significantly less specific as to who can make a kit for their machine that fits index, but full integration, I think they're going to be very, very picky about. And that's fair. I think they have every reason to. My top one is tool changers, right? We've seen the massive success of the U1 in 25. I believe in 26 we are going to see more tool changers. That's going to be a big thing. I expect better competition, and I expect because of this, Prusa will need to do something with the XL. Yes, we have the silicone head. Yes, we have the pick and place. Yes, we have that kind of stuff. Prusa will need to make the XL a better 5-tool head 3D printer, or it will lose ground. Now, if they are okay with this, fine. And if they wanted to kind of be shifted more toward business, industrial, and education, fine, they can. But I think that there's going to be a lot more competition in the tool changing space. I am expecting Bambu to release a competitor to the U1 within the first 2 quarters of 26.
Yeah, no, I
specifically, right? And like, so that my note says tool changers and then Bambu.
Yeah.
My next one is Elegoo becomes the biggest up and coming company in this industry, specifically because of the DJI investment.
Oh, I keep forgetting about that. Yeah, they're going to explode massively.
Yes, and
just hugely. There's no way they don't.
Elegoo has always been this company that I feel like sits on the sidelines with binoculars, looking at what everybody else is doing. They then say, we can do it for less, and we can do it okay. We can hit 90% of what they're doing for a third of the price, and that has been their market the entirety of their business. And they've done a very good job.
They've kind of been a dark horse the entire time that they've been there.
But this DJI
But they've also never been bad.
No, they've never been bad, but I've never considered them an industry player.
They're never my first choice. They're never my first choice, and they're always like it's the small boutique place. However,
don't get me wrong,
their resin printers are good.
They will happily win the sub $500 3D printer of the year, in my opinion. Guaranteed, right? They won that. They produced a poverty P1P that, while it is pissing everybody off that there isn't going to be an AMS for it, they say there will be. I'll believe it when I see it. I still think it is a rock solid machine for the money. Rock solid. Even with the... And so, here, Elegoo addressed the cable issue.
Actually they did.
Before I had a singular sample in my hands, Elegoo addressed the cable issue. Bambu has not addressed their issue, and I have multiple examples in hand. I don't care if you consider it not to be a fire. Oh, it's not a fire. Fuck you. You're wrong. It's a fire. Okay? Where there's
smoke, there is smoke, there is fire.
Exactly. Smokey the Bear disagrees. But Elegoo listened. We even did an entire show about Elegoo listening. We love when manufacturers listen. Now, similar, I'm hoping the Prusa listens. We'll see what happens. It's only been 48 hours since I posted that video. We'll see what happens. I believe that Elegoo is going to become the company to watch. I think they are going to overtake Bambu in the company to watch in 2026. I think that Bambu is doing some amazing things. Bambu has a lot of potential going on. I think Vortec is going, in theory, to work out well for them, but I think it's going to be met with a lot of technical support issues, just because Vortec itself is a very technically complicated machine.
It is cool.
However,
challenging.
I think Elegoo, with this DJI money, and now they have not ex-DJI people, they have real DJI people. Because, remember, peeps, DJI was sanctioned. Well, sanctioned-ish. They're banned from the United States. They cannot sell drones in the US anymore. Now, I don't know the exact date on when that occurs, but it is official. DJI will not be able to sell drones in the United States, and especially to government entities. DJI has to find another way to get capital from the US. The US is the biggest market in the world when it comes to consumer products. the investment from DJI and Elegoo, to me, poses the biggest potential for growth in this industry, and it's coming from the company that nobody expected, Elegoo. I do expect DJI to look at gobbling up other companies in this space as well. Elegoo in 12 months, mark my words, are we the baddies? No, that's the US currently. Oh no, they're not guessing it. They believe they're not. Yeah, I believe that the capital investment from DJI into Elegoo will create a new era of 3D printers. Bambu, if you gave Keltec, the engineers at Keltec, Bambu's IP, this is what we're going to see out of Elegoo. And if you don't know Keltec, they are the company out of Florida that makes firearms that you effectively gave engineers an unlimited supply of
is this
cocaine.
the company that only makes cursed weaponry?
They make very cursed weapons. Yes.
Brilliant.
They make some cool ones like the KSG. Very cool. Very, very cool shotgun. But it appears that their engineers have an unlimited supply of Florida snow, aka cocaine. Now, that is an absolute joke, but anyone that knows Keltec, they're like, yeah, that kind of tracks. That kind of tracks. I think this is what we're going to be seeing out of Elegoo. We're going to be seeing, they're going to be playing fast and loose. They're going to be getting things to market. They're going to be the Bambu that we knew before Bambu slowed down. Now, Bambu is still moving very fast, but Bambu is slowed down.
I was going to say Bambu is still rocketing ahead.
Right. I think that we're going to see a lot of new features come out for the H2 platform. Be it, we've got Vortec, we've got the laser and the cutter and all that. I think we're going to see more benefit coming out of the Vortec system. I would love to see Bambu create different heads for Vortec, and it looks like their system does enable something larger to fit. So, INDX. I have it as initial growing pains, but it will be a successful launch overall. I think both Prusa and Bondtech are not ready for the amount of the amount of orders, the amount of backlash, the amount of everything.
Is going to be insane.
Yeah, I don't think they're ready for this. And I don't think they can be. I don't think if you gave Bambu INDX that Bambu would be ready. The community has wanted this for a long time, and I think that, unfortunately, Vortec did not really meet what people wanted. And that's a bummer, because I really wanted Vortec to be the big competitor for INDX, and I see a lot of complaints about Vortec. But it is really cool looking. It's really cool.
Yeah, they've got the aesthetics down perfectly. If they did the aesthetics of none of the downsides, yeah.
Kisker said 1,200 sold out in 5 hours. They have no idea the demand they started. We thought 1,200 sold out in an hour and a half. And the only reason it didn't sell out an hour and a half is because their servers couldn't handle it.
Yeah, their servers kept failing to process the payments in the queue.
Yeah.
Because too many people were trying to put orders through.
So 2023, 2024, and the first quarter or two of 25 were the year of the startups. The years of the startups. We saw a lot of startup companies making it into the industries. I do not believe we will see anywhere near as many startups coming into this industry in 2026. The money is not there. The giants are so giant that trying to eat a piece of their pie is almost impossible. And I worry that because of this, some of the really cool innovations that exist in the industry from these startups are going to get gobbled up by the big companies to be shelved and patent protected for decades to come.
Yep.
So that's, I don't believe that less startups is a good thing, but I believe it's what's happening. We are moving toward the era of pre-Bambu, where it was Prusa and Creality, and nobody else could really get a foothold because everything that people wanted existed on those two brands, or you built a Voron. I think we're going to start to see similar problems in 2026. And I believe that we are going to see further. My volume is still lower. It's because I'm sitting back. I believe we are going to see more affordable SLS coming out onto the market. So I had that in 25. We saw some of it. I think we're going to see further in 26. I also think we're going to see more Polyjet competitors. I didn't have that on my list, but I'm going to add that.
Oh, that's true. We've already started seeing a few of them hit the market, so it wouldn't surprise me if we see a lot more.
FlashForge has one. It's just not shipping. It's just not shipping. So yeah, those are my predictions. Who asked it? Oh yeah, it was I always forget his name. DJ Hollandica. I forget. Ram Online. Ram Online is how he goes by. Other question: is there any good progress made on 3D scanners for like max $1,000 that work really well? You need to more define what work really well means. I do think that Shining 3D with the Einstar 2 and the Einstar Rocket are poised to be some of the best value for 3D scanners on the market, what makes perfect sense because the Einstar Gen 1 was my pick for under $1,000 and has been for many years. I think the Einstar 2 is going to continue down that line. I am hoping to get that and the Rocket in the shop. Shining 3D has a local office, but I also have direct contacts with the Shining 3D folks, so we are hoping to do that. I am curious about Trackit from RevoPoint. I think that if they can do better on the software, and it always comes down to the software, but they can do better on the software, I think Trackit will become a real competitor in that as well. So, Gigantic is asking, can't you theoretically make a Polyjet with a inkjet printer with a UV light? In theory, yes. Jimmy Jibba Jabba says, is Bambu sister company to Xtool, as Xtool's version on Make World is almost direct copy? I mean,
what you want?
Yeah, it is. I like Xtool. I know that that's going to be an odd take from me because they are the Bambu of the laser world, but they weren't the original Bambu of the laser world. Who was it? Who was the Bambu of the laser world, Jacob? Glowforge. Glowforge was the Bambu of the laser world.
But I will say Xforge has kind of been Xtool has been getting really damn close. Percy, you can't have a slice of pizza just before bed.
Yes, she can.
No.
Yes,
that is hot honey as well.
Oh, hell yeah. Hot honey pizza, let's go.
Wash your mouth out. You've got your water bottle upstairs.
She had a bite of it and it's really spicy.
It's really good. It's also it's Induja and hot honey. The Induja isn't spicy, the hot honey is hot.
So she played F around and find out, and she found out.
Yep.
Happens. It was pretty adorable though.
And she just brushed her teeth apparently. Child.
Like you were any better when you were her age.
Yeah?
No, you weren't. I will call your mother and put her on this stream. I promise you, you were not better.
Oh no, I was worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was straight up worse. There's not much better than me.
Yeah, I think this year Elegoo is going to be the company to watch. Xtool is absolutely company to watch for laser stuff. I have so many thoughts on the laser market right now. I have so many thoughts on the laser market.
We should turn it into its own episode.
Yeah.
Because the laser market has been so rapidly growing.
Well, dude, with this laser welder stuff out there now, too, like, bro.
I want one.
I want one, too. They look so cool.
Especially if you get the 3-in-1, which is laser head, cleaner, and bloody plasma cutter.
Yep. Oh, did I tell you that I have I now officially have a FiberSeek machine in the shop?
Oh, do you?
Yep. It is out of the box. It is in the shop.
I'm kind of jealous.
I got to get it all set up, but we have to test it. So we have a FiberSeek Gen 1.3. It is not the most recent gen. We will be getting the most recent gen at some point. But they wanted to get this one to me now. One, so we can actually do the lawnmower video. But it's funny because the grass isn't going to grow for another few months. But that's fine. That gives us time to really dig into it. But two, they want to compare Markforged to FiberSeek 3. No problem. We've got access to a Markforged machine. We now have a FiberSeeker machine. And they sent me, I don't know if they sent me glass, but it says it's continuous carbon fiber, but it's not black.
What color is it?
It's like, it looks like glass. It looks like a white, like a fiberglass, like that off-white fiberglass color. So yeah, I've got like 4 rolls of continuous fiber. And so we are going to pit them.
They might have just sent you a mislabeled reel to make it cheaper for them.
Yes, they might have done that.
I'd do that to you. I'd send you one that has just the wrong name on it.
Yeah. Whiffy Statue 380 says, could you go through your testing and calibration process currently trying to make my Voron not suck? For the FiberSeek or just for printers in general? So for printers in general, we run the basic tests out of Orca. If there's anything that needs to be changed, we change it. Simple as that. That's it. Like that's what we do. And if the machines are not able to operate properly from there, they don't pass the test and they get handed out. I know that they did just announce glass fibers. That's probably what they did. Hey, Amber, if you can you bring me the glass fiber roll that's by the door? She might be asleep. I don't know if she heard me. T-Shev is asking if I have any thoughts on the fiber tension issues on FiberSeeker. I have no idea what you're talking about. I am not aware of that. I will need to see what happens with us. So, oh, okay. So Randy Parker's going a little bit further, saying, saw a critique of the FiberSeek that the carbon fiber isn't in tension, so the plastic can still break before the full carbon fiber strength. Thoughts? I mean, that's with any of them. You're not going to get pre-tensioned fiber out of any continuous fiber machine that I'm aware of.
And fair, you will have a minor amount of tension by the friction force as it drags along. It's not much, but it generally is enough.
Yeah.
And it's the same as a Markforged.
Yeah. Look, I want to compare them. I don't believe that a FiberSeeker 3 is going to stand up to a Markforged, but it's also a fifth of the price. So yeah. Mike C8101 asks if we've been following the Icon project Titan that co-extrudes concrete and steel cable. No, but it's mainly because I'm salty with Icon at the moment. When I was in Austin, Texas to scan the U.S. women's soccer team, we did everything we could to try to reach out to them. I even Ubered to their factory to try to go in and film with them. Nobody ever answered the door for me. Nobody ever got back to us, and I'm bummed. I think what you're saying sounds really freaking cool, but no. Yeah, it's a bummer. It's a bummer. Lemon Cheesecake saying layers of FiberSeeker still flat, so it has no Z strength. That is consistent of every continuous fiber 3D printer out there. They are
There's
all
no
like
way around it.
They are still weakest about the Z axis. Now, the question that I have with the FiberSeeker 3, and I don't think anyone's tested this, is if you can effectively do like a spiral vase with continuous fiber.
No, you can.
So if you can do that, well, I guess it doesn't matter. You're still going to be weakest about the Z.
Now, the trick with the spiral vase is you can't have plastic outer then pre-preg. It has to just be the fiber, because otherwise it doesn't work.
Well, I mean, as we saw, Florida Man can still break, full continuous fiber. So, would bricklayers make Z strength any better? Great question. I'm going to try it. That was YGK 3D, and that was a pre-production unit. The production units will have a different type of unit. So I have that same pre-production unit, the 1.3. That's the one that all the content creators have. It's the same one that I have. They will be sending me the final revision when it's ready. Steve Knopf says, what about non-planar printing with fiber? I'm not certain it's got enough clearance to do non-planar. I would be happy to try. I just don't know if I can. Right. Grant, be sure you use the same material matrix. Don't compare Fiber Secret PETG and PA Markforge. Absolutely. Yeah. So we're gonna do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah. We're gonna do PETG for both, nylon for both. We're gonna do it. And literally, you guys can tell I have not watched anybody's videos on these machines because I want my opinions, my experiences to be all my own. Right. So
I'm looking forward to seeing your exploration. I think there will be a lot of interesting, like, oh, that was better than I thought it was moments.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I still think the machine is really cool. I expect to use it. I'm not certain that the Gen 1.3 will be certifiable for clients. I think that just knowing what issues exist out there on the market, I don't think it's going to pass my testing, but we'll find out. There's only one way to know, and it's to test it. You have to test it. Fiber Seek printed on a robot arm. Now that would be fun. That'd be fun. Nomads Galaxy says, when I saw the nozzle, I realized how close I accidentally made a continuous fiber nozzle. Yeah. I thought the same thing. Not going to get CF strength unless you can figure out how to get the fibers to cross the Z plane. Correct. But that is consistent with any continuous fiber 3D printer right now. So
yeah. You only get XY planar strength with that.
I am not going to knock points off of FiberSeek for something that is the exact same problem on every other continuous fiber 3D printer on the market. That is a flaw with the process, not a flaw with the machine. So, yeah, but I think they sent me 4 different rolls. So I think I have 2 carbon and 2 glass. I think that's what Kid ended up sending me. But yeah, I'm excited to try out that machine. It is sitting on the test bench. So, what is the point of it then? You'll find out. It is less stretchy. It doesn't yield anywhere near as much. It is considerably stronger. But if you try to rip the layers apart, you have to. The same way with 3D printing, that you are always weakest about your Z-axis. So you try to limit any stress on the Z. It's the same thing for continuous fiber. Like, I wish I had my continuous fiber parts sitting here. I've got some Markforged sample parts from years ago of just pure nylon. It just bends and it's nothing. And then you have the continuous fiber, which is dense. You can't bend it. It is steady. It is strong. These are all be things that we try. We'll see what happens. We will see. I'm gonna beat the piss out of it. We've got some Florida Man tests scheduled. I have a 12 ton come along that we're gonna use for testing. I could use some help on this, whether it's from you or from the community. I don't care. I'm gonna put it out there publicly. I need to get access. I'd like to buy one, but have a load cell that is good for 10,000 kilos, but has really, really, really accurate testing. Because I assume we're going to be well over 1,000 kilos on this. If we design and print the parts correctly, we'll be over 1,000 kilos. But we're going to be doing an entire testing series on printer parts, but I want to get to at least two digits past the decimals. So, like, 500.55 kilos. That's the kind of, like, accuracy that I'm looking for. So if we can only get 200 kilos, then I can do 200.5. If we have to go with full kilo or full pound, fine. But then I'll want smaller ones that if we max out, we then go up to the next step.
Yeah.
So.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Soundspark said first word after 12 I was expecting was gauge. I would like to do some Florida Man style testing, like see how many layers on a FiberSeek printer that I need to print for things to be bulletproof. But I will have to make sure that my local gun range will allow us to do this kind of thing. If they will, then great, we will do it. If they won't, then I don't currently have a safe space to test that, where I feel fully confident in our ability to maintain any shrapnel or anything like that. So, yeah. I don't know precision, but truck scales, they're usually untouched. We could, but it needs to be a pull. So we're gonna be pulling on parts to break them, right? So we need to be able to determine how much force we are pulling, right? A tree will be involved. My brother's pickup truck at some point will be involved. We're doing a whole video next weekend where we more than 5x the value of my brother's pickup truck with 3D printing. So that'll be fun. I'll DM you what we're doing. Just don't say it to the stream, but I'm going to DM you what we're going to be doing. And I saw your message. So that's what we're going to be doing.
Oh my God, you're Lamborghini hot rodding the pickup truck?
We are hot rodding the
Whoa.
pickup truck. So yeah, if you guys have any like recommendations for load cells or ways to measure it well, I'd love to know. There could be uses for an oscilloscope in there too. If you can help me find more uses for an oscilloscope, I can likely request a much nicer oscilloscope.
Music.
In videos, you ding dong.
Yeah, music. There's an entire YouTube music channel of oscilloscope music. It's amazing.
For 3D printing, Jacob. I know what you're talking about. We're not doing that.
Oh.
I know. You can be sad. But yeah, that is kind of it, right? I will update the description.
Stepper motor testing.
Yep.
There you go.
Fine.
Because you can see the sine wave start to degenerate as it gets close to the maximum torque of the motor.
Mhm.
It gives you a very accurate slip point for that motor for certain move types.
Well, I'm gonna get everything ready to send people to go see Steve. We will be giving out 3 rolls of printed solid filament. I'm gonna add the redirect now just in case. Is it the Stealth Changer Part 3? I think that's what he's doing today. It says he's still alive, so we'll do that.
Go upstairs, Patsy.
Yeah, we're gonna find out some things. Just if you have experience with
finished
load cells and how to get really big, really accurate load cells, let me know. But yeah, I say we do our sign off. Let's give away some filament. Let's go send these people to go hang out with Mr. Steve Builds. Does that sound good?
Certainly.
All right. You want to do it? Do you want me to do it? It's the first of the year. It's the first one of the year, Jacob.
It's the first one of the year. So, as always, everyone. Oh, bloody hell, I do this every time. Why do I do this?
Wait.
Stay safe out there.
Hold on. Can Percy hear me?
Percy, can you hear Grant?
Hi, Percy. Can you hear me? Okay. Percy's gonna do it. I'm gonna tell Percy what to say.
Okay, Percy, put these on.
I'm gonna tell
Percy.
Percy
Doesn't mean
what
I
to
can't
say.
hear you anymore, Grant. Come here. And look at the screen. Can you? You should be able to hear Grant now, right?
Percy, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Just repeat after me, okay? Stay safe out there.
Stay safe out there.
Don't forget
Don't forget
to call your loved ones.
loved ones.
To call your loved ones.
To call your loved ones.
And as always,
As always,
keep
keep
making
making
awesome.
awesome.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Wave at the camera. Wave at the camera. Oh, she's so adorable. I love her so much.
Now it's bedtime. Go to bed.
Yes, now it's bedtime. Go to bed. I'll tuck you in a little bit. We're just finishing up. Yes, that is my watch. You cannot play on it right now.
All right, I have turned off my
Fine.
recording. Let's give away some filament. Let's
let's give away some filament.
I'm sorry, I took advantage of the child when
my
I
God.
could. I think that was a perfectly
chat is doing it.
I think that was a perfectly reasonable thing here. Leave a like.
It was.
Come on, leave a like.
Yeah,
for
come on,
the
everyone,
kid.
leave a like just for that. Make sure you're subscribed.
I am going through the
Listen.
answers. Someone cannot. There's a couple of people that cannot do math. Guys, come on. The math has always been the same. Stop.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We're just finishing up the live stream because you're on YouTube.
Yay!
Doing
I
a
just
bunch of
want to-
shuffles. We're gonna give away 3 rolls
One time
today.
I saw that on my telly.
Yeah.
That meant I'd put onto telly. So cool.
Let me move over a bit and you can move up and you'll be more in
Let
camera.
me
There
see
we go.
where this person
in.
is located.
Mhm.
Okay, well, the first
Nice
winner is
tiny
actually
one.
a shirt.
It's back to you.
Assuming their name
Let's tap the
makes
bum cheek.
sense. Where are they in here? Am I dumb? Don't answer that question.
Yes, you
3D
are.
print-
I'll answer it anyway.
Is this how
3D
we
Print
turn it
Craft UK.
That's how I turn it on.
Why don't I see
on?
them in my
How do you
list?
turn it off?
I copied their name. Oh, there they
What,
are.
3D print
Yes,
craft?
they are in the EU and UK, so they will get a shirt. So okay. Let's spin
Tell me
again.
what buttons to press.
I will do one stuff.
We've got. These are names I don't recognize. This is cool.
Chicken.
This is always the hardest part, is finding the freaking name. There they are. Elliot Markley.
What is that?
Elliot Markley. And you guys, when I'm done with all the names, we'll people in the people in chat, just tag them in the chat, and if they respond, great. Just let me know.
Yep.
So Elliot Markley got one, got a roll, and then for our final winner, for the first stream of 26. Let's see who we got. Gotta find their name to make sure they did the math right. Alan Kilgore. Alan Kilgore is our third winner. So, we got at 3D. We got them. We got Alan Kilgore. And our third, who was our second winner? Who was our second winner? Elliot Markley.
Don't you see anything?
I don't
Even
see Elliot in here. But that's okay.
I'm taking this off.
You're taking that off. Right, there you go.
Hmm.
Just finish.
All right.
No.
If you guys won, please reach out to me on Discord. How does a shirt win something? They win a shirt. They get a free shirt from our store. So that is it, y'all. We're gonna send you to go hang out with Mr. Steve Builds. I will be, and I think Jake will be in there for a little bit too, in the Discord hanging out if you are a member at the $10 tier and higher. But that's it, y'all. Enjoy the rest of your afternoons. Take care. See you later.
Bye, everyone.